doing so to attend this workshop, and thank you all again for joining this. And I will give a guarantee this 2.5 to 3 hours will be a really good thing for you all. It will be a really good investment for all of you. This 3 hours or 2.5 to 3 hours it will be there. And as I've told earlier, see, most of you are from some of my WhatsApp group, or most of you are directly coming from YouTube or some other places. So first half an hour I'm going to tell you all the things, what are the secret, what who am I, what are the ways in which you can become a developer, web developer, what is a web app developer, what is a website developer, what are the three secrets to get into web development. A lot of people have also pinged me, and they were asking me, okay sir, guide me how to become this. Okay, so I will also tell that thing, also guide you all what will be your 6 month plan from now, and how you can use my YouTube channel to become a web developer. Or maybe you can join some of my batch also, so that is something else. But you can just following this YouTube channel, you can become a web app developer and you can get a high paying job, because there are already a lot of people, a lot of examples are there. Already 3 peoples have become a web app developer following my YouTube channel. Already 3 people, and there are many more are there, but there 3 people have told me that they have become. So that is like that. So just you have to follow some things and all those things, and you can easily become. Okay, so let me, and this is a certification thing. You'll get the certification. Okay, if you attend it completely, because means the certificate, the attendance form will be given 2 times. 2 times attendance form will be given in this live chat. So someone will be asking, what is this live chat? In the YouTube, this live chat is there. If you're watching it from a mobile, there will be a live chat thing. Click on that and you'll get all the chat. Okay, so that is the live chat. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, you'll see that live chat. Please go to that live chat. On a desktop or a laptop, the live chat is already enabled at the side, so you have to see there. So there the attendance sheet will be given, nowhere else, and 2 times it will be given. Okay, so let me also write this thing also. Okay, and then will be given 2 times. Okay, one at 3:30 p.m. and one towards the end. Okay, and my assistant are also there. So if you have any queries, so please, you can ask Mausam, you can ask Mohammed Abdul, anyone you can ask. And because I am busy here doing this thing live stream. Okay, so that is there. And let's start sharing. Let me start sharing my screen. And what are the path that you should take to become a web app developer, and what the hell is a web app developer? You might be thinking, okay, this is about website developer, what is this web app developer? So let us start with this, all these things. Okay, so this is about me, although I share it at a lot of other places. But if you're not come to this is my LinkedIn profile. Those who don't know, LinkedIn is a top social media right now, because it is a professional also. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please get one. Without this you won't get a job. Without this you won't get anything. Means without this, nowadays nobody gives job on Naukri and all. People give jobs seeing your LinkedIn profile and seeing your GitHub repository. Those are the 2 things by which people will give you a job. And this is about me. I'm helping people to become web app developer. 7 means what is this? September. In September 2021, I started the journey, and I become a full-time trainer. I'm a corporate trainer also, and I'm a React.js teacher. Before that, I have been in the industry for 16 years. So I spent 16 years in the industry, and the last position which I held was an associate architect at InnoMind. So associate architects are the top of your developers. So they are like the architects who design big systems. So that I was there, and I have worked around 16 years in metros only. Right now, I have recently come back to my hometown on Bhopal, and I'm operating from here. 10 years, more than 12 years in Mumbai, 4 years in Bangalore. So, and I have worked in almost every company, like every big company out there, Oracle, JP Morgan, and all those things. And as I've told, I do complete web development on YouTube. Besides this, I run my batches also. My batches have right now, till now, it is like that all of my students have got jobs. So because the thing is that a thing which I'm teaching, or the path which I tell you, because if you go on the internet, there are all the things are there. You'll get React.js development, you'll get everything, you'll get, but they don't mentor you. You don't get a path. Okay, if you go to YouTube or somewhere, or if you ask someone in college, they will say, okay, Python is the top, you learn Python. Data science is the top, you learn data science. Or maybe mobile development is the top. Mobile development is also okay, but data science is not top, Python is not top, Java is nowhere there. So all those things don't give you a job. Okay, React just give you a job. So this is me, as I told, in September 2021 I have done, and I'm an author also. I have published fairly successful international means books. They're all technical books, then nothing is like the like fiction kind of a thing. Okay, all of this thing, Gatsby, React.js, and all those things, they're on MUN projects and all of those things books, and they sell huge on the international market. Okay, and like this was my last job, and rest of my experiences are like this. Okay, I worked in 𝐏𝐵𝐺𝐻 also. It is one of the biggest bank. I started with the government agency in 2004. Okay, so in Bangalore. So that is there, and what else? Okay, so yeah. So this is about me. So I have a fully registered company known as TWD. Yeah, and we have like it's a real company. We have like employees also. So employees and consultant, and I am the founder of it. So TWD is there. TWD, the full form. Someone was asking. TWD, the full form is the web rep. So you'll get a certificate with my GST number in that. GST number is something you all might know. All companies have GST number. So we are a fully compatible company, and which we give GSTs and all to the government. Okay, so this is on me, and one more thing I want to tell. So that is there. Okay, so attendance form, what attendance form I will give, it will be like this. The attendance form will be like this. And one more thing, I'm not going to tell only all these things, because it's a completely hands-on thing. At 3:30 we'll start with exact 3:30, will exact before that also we'll start with HTML learning, then followed up with CSS, and followed up with JavaScript. But one thing I want to tell you all, see this, in 3 hours CSS and JavaScript cannot be taught. Okay, so HTML can be taught in 1 hour, and it is more than enough. A lot of people do HTML for six months. No, HTML doesn't require that much time. HTML can be taught in 1 hour, and I will tell you how I will teach HTML in 1 hour. You don't have to go outside that. But the CSS and JavaScript, you have to go outside that. How you have to go outside it? In my channel nowadays, what I have started, I continuously do this CSS JavaScript classes, because CSS already in this month we have done 2 workshops, and those workshops are like Monday to Friday workshops, and they are like 1 hour each. Monday to Friday, 1 hour each. And generally, workshop happens at my channel at 3 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. IST. So see, check it out. Means previous week we have both of them, CSS and JavaScript also. This week we'll have React.js, and planning to have one CSS projects. Next week we are planning to again have this CSS, because CSS is something which everybody wants. So a lot of people here are coming from totally nil background. They are not coming from IT background. I want them to get in the IT, and for them, after HTML, CSS is very much required. So that's why I've thought that to do CSS more than one time. And those things are I have other teachers also in TWD. Means I am the main teacher, but there are other teachers are also there, so they'll be teaching you. Okay, on my YouTube channel, of course, on my YouTube channel. Okay, so that is there, and this certificates, this attendance form I will give you at 3:30 p.m. and this attendance form will only be given on the live chat. Here you have to fill your email. Please fill the correct email, because by tonight around 11 p.m., because 11 p.m. IST you will get your certificate, 11 to 12 p.m. IST, and we will convey that in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so you have to give your valid email, or else it will not come. You have to give your exact name by which you need the certificate. You have to give the exact name, then you have to write what you are, your current role, and then you have to give your LinkedIn profile. Okay, one more thing, if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, please give. I don't have a LinkedIn profile, but I will tell you soon why LinkedIn profile is very much required. And if you don't have, please do create one LinkedIn profile. Okay, so this is attendance sheet number 1, and there will be another attendance given at around 5:30 or 5:40. 5:40. So this is the second attendance sheet which will be given. Okay, so that will be there, and let's do something more. And as a lot of person were pinging me also, so we on the correct path. I want to learn web development, I want to learn development, what the correct path I should take. So the correct path which you should take, and first go through this. Okay, what you should learn actually. So this is known as a mind map and all, and you should aim to become a web app developer. That is what in this channel we do. We make you highly paid web app developer. So what you have to learn first, you have to, in the web development, what you have to learn, and why web development. Okay, in web development you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. See, all the websites in the world are generally made the small websites like your kirana shop website and all those websites, they're made with what? They're made with not even HTML CSS. All of you, I think everybody, nobody is living under some rock or something. Everybody knows everything. Everybody has heard these terms. Okay, what I'm telling, even if you're from a non-IT background, you are here because you have heard these terms. So you've heard a term known as WordPress you have heard. So WordPress is used to make those smaller website, those agency website, all those things, many beautiful website also. But WordPress is only used to make those static, very simple website, nothing more than that. And WordPress developer also don't get paid much, and WordPress freelancers also don't get paid that much. I know a lot of WordPress developers because I teach them. A WordPress developer, even after 5 years, can earn only 3.5 lakhs or 35,000 rupees salary. 35,000, not 3.5 lakhs, 35,000 rupees salary, because I know that that is the payment which they receive. They don't get more than that. Even freelancing, they can get much. And WordPress developer need only to know HTML, CSS a bit, because even the WordPress, you get themes. Okay, you get ready-made themes which you drag and drop to make the website in WordPress. It is as simple as that. I can explain. Drag and drop, make the website, and sometime the client will ask you to, okay, update something, like then you have to update the HTML or CSS a bit you have to update. So that's why all the WordPress developers are very good in HTML, CSS, but they don't know one basic thing. They don't know this JavaScript. This is the thing which add functionality to a website. But JavaScript as alone is just JavaScript is not enough. Okay, JavaScript is not enough, and JavaScript is a programming language. See, a lot of people find it difficult here when it start with the JavaScript, because JavaScript is actually a programming language. HTML is are much more easier. So when it comes to JavaScript, what happens? People, I see a lot of people from non-IT background or even from IT background, they tends to get away. Okay, it is not that. Please don't get away. JavaScript, you don't have to scare from JavaScript. You can do it. JavaScript is not that much of, only you have to add a lot of time. You have to practice, and you have to think. There are a lot of other videos also on YouTube. You can see some local language videos also. There are a lot of Hindi videos also. There are a lot of Tamil videos also. A lot of Telugu videos also in JavaScript. Go learn from that. If you're not understanding what I'm saying, go learn from them. But understand JavaScript, because JavaScript is the thing which will make your salary in gold. Because JavaScript has something which is known as React.js. React.js is a JavaScript library. Without JavaScript, you cannot know this thing. React.js, although it is very simple, but without, and this we are going to do next week at 8:30 p.m. IST on this channel. Live. Everything is live on this channel. So this JavaScript is there. Okay. This JavaScript is there. It's a programming language. You have to learn this thing. And I'm not telling you to learn hundreds of things. See, right now I was on call with one of the student at 2 p.m. only. He was from my WhatsApp channel, and he was asking for career guidance, and he was telling me, okay, sir, should I learn the back end and all this? I said, no. First, learn all these four things. Get a high-paying job. See, a React.js developer in 1 year earns 10 lakh per annum package. Even I have a service company. I have my own service company. I'm looking for React.js developer. I don't find React.js developer because React.js developer is in so high demand. One another this 2 days back, there is a very big company in Bhopal known as HackerCon. It's one of the biggest company. Actually, I want some good React.js person. I teach React.js. I teach in my boot camps also and all. But they are not prepared completely. I wanted some very nice React.js person with 1 year of experience, and I contacted that guy, and he told me, no, I don't have any React.js developers right now. They're all occupied. So that is how much demand is there. The top agency in Bhopal also don't have. It is not only about Bhopal. Anywhere you go, React.js developers are in high demand. Why they're in high demand? Why they're in high demand? Because they don't make website. They don't make those WordPress website. They make this thing. They make these amazing things. These amazing things are known as web apps. This amazing thing. See this. I'm using something known as this mind map. So this is an amazing kind of a software in which I can do like this, and I can create this thing. So this thing I have created. So this is known as a mind map, and even I can do this. Okay, and even I can do all of these things I can do. So this is an amazing software created by a team of front-end developers. See, a lot of this is in the front end. Back end also a lot of things will be there. See, this is stored in the database and all. But the front end, a lot of things are there. So they're not made with JavaScript. They're not made with vanilla JavaScript. They are made with something known as React.js or Angular or Vue. These three things are there. Nobody uses plain JavaScript in there. React.js, Angular, and Vue. But why I'm asking you to learn React.js? And if you go to my channel, I have some Angular weeks also. Why? Because this is in the highest demand. See, these all things this revolution actually started in 2010 when Facebook was launched. Facebook started the age of web apps. Before that, everything was desktop app. I know most of you are very young, so you don't know. But in before 2010, we used to use a lot of desktop apps. In the Windows, we used to get those exe files and we used to install all this. Even in the enterprise, we used to do all of these things. Okay, all of these things we used to get. In the enterprise means big companies used to have these bulky exe files which were made in JavaScript, bulky programs which are made in JavaScript for financial transactions and all those things. So what was the last time you have seen a dashboard like that? Earlier the stock dashboards were also like that, but nowadays everybody goes to a website. Actually, it is not a website, that is a web app, a complicated web. NSC, that's what you see. That's a complicated web app which is refreshed every one nanosecond. It is refreshed. NSC dashboard and all those which tracks the stocks and all those things. Everything is web app. Web app has eaten all the apps in the world. So that's why it's the age of React JS and nothing else. Nothing else is used. Even if you learn Angular or Vue, that will be good. But I don't understand why people learn Java, why people learn Python. Python is used where Python is used on the backend as Django and a Flask framework, which is not that all at all popular. If you want to learn it, go to the backend, learn Node.js, which is again in JavaScript. The whole world belongs to JavaScript, and that is something which people don't understand. Python might be easy, Python might be used in data science, but only that much it is used. And data science is a hyped thing. Data science, all any big companies gives ads, but data science is not used that much in the industry. Data science doesn't have that much job. React.js having in the interview. See, I teach a lot of people on my paid workshop also, and it is like that. I asked them to do one more thing which I'm going to tell you also. This is the three secrets. So they do that thing and half of them get a job before even my bootcamp is finished. So that is the benefit of it. And so this React.js and all, and we used to make all this amazing web app from this to LinkedIn. All these things are created using this only. Okay, all these things are created using this React.js mainly, because React.js is the forefront. If there are 10 jobs, 7 will belong to React.js, 2 will belong to Angular, and 1 will belong to Vue.js. So that's the power of React.js. So that's why I always tell, learn React.js. If you want to learn Angular after that. If you want to learn Vue after that. But React.js is the use most. It is used in startups, it is used in enterprise, it is used in all big companies, all FANG companies, all FANG and Mang company, which you have. Mang company is nowadays very much popular because FANG full form was Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Now everybody knows that the age of metaverse is also coming. Okay, metaverse also needs React. So Facebook changed its name to Meta. So this is Mang. Right now it is Mang. Mang is going on. Mang companies. So in Mang companies also, only the G doesn't use React. G means Google doesn't use React. Why Google doesn't use React? Because Google invented Angular. Okay, and React is invented by Facebook and maintained by that also. All the other company, including Microsoft, I have people in Microsoft also. They also nowadays use this React only, nothing else. So that is there. And now, but that is okay. You have to learn only 4 technology. Don't go beyond this. Don't learn anything. Don't learn Python. Anything else you don't have to learn. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, just you have to learn. Okay, so then after this, what you have to do? I think I've also told that I will tell you all the 3 secrets to get into web development or web development. The 3 secrets are networking, daily action, and challenges. Okay, networking, daily action, and challenges. So what is this networking? Networking means you have to be very active on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. See, in fact, in my paid courses, we made sure that everybody posts regularly on LinkedIn, because this is the network which can take your career to the next height. See, nowadays only coding is not enough. You have to be active on LinkedIn. You have to showcase the world. There is something known as code in public. Nowadays that works. See, even a small thing you do, even a small project you make, you just create a video of it, 10-second video of it, and post it on LinkedIn. It will do wonders in your career. So LinkedIn, you have to be very active on LinkedIn. Twitter is used a lot in the US. Twitter is used a lot in the US. So Twitter also, if you can, you should be there. And then Instagram, don't follow those influencers like that. There are a lot of developers who are there on Instagram. Follow them. Then there is Facebook group. Facebook is not that. Facebook group is still going on. So there are very good Facebook group, like React.js Facebook group, JavaScript Facebook group, web development Facebook group. So what happens in this Facebook? In these Facebook groups, you get to network with people, and you get a lot of freelancing opportunity. I have seen a lot of freelance. So freelancing is also one of the best way to learn. Although I'm not telling that you should stick to freelancing, you should not do a job. No, it is not. If you want, you can do. But the thing is that even if you do freelancing and if you do your first 2-3 gigs, you learn a lot doing those projects. And in Facebook groups, you got a lot of freelancing projects, okay? A lot of freelancing projects. And then what is like this daily action? So daily action is like you have to code 2 hours a day. There is nothing is there like to code 2 hours a day. So there are a lot of people who just contact me for my either for my boot camp, or they just contact me, and they all are like that. They're from some other background. So they're like they are not from IT background, and they're already working somewhere and like that. So even if you're working somewhere, even if you're working 16 hours somewhere doing a dead end job, a lot of them are doing dead end job. See, I know people who after 6 years are earning 15,000 doing some laborious kind of a job. I know people, and they want to, therefore they're engineers, they're BE electronics, BE computers, and but they have not left their hometown or something else like that. And maybe see a lot of people in India still today in tier 2 cities, small cities, their parents pressured them and to do UPSC. That's the truth of our society right now. Also still UPSC is a big thing. So I get a lot of people who have wasted the 3 to 4 years learning UPSC and going nowhere after, and the time gets off in a blink. And one blink, 6 year passed by, and they were preparing for UPSC and they're nowhere. And for them also, 4 2 hours daily is very much important. Anyways, they're sitting at their home only. But some people, they have to earn something, so they do very jobs for 15,000 rupees. I know, even in small cities, 15,000 is very less, but they work for 16 hours for 15,000 rupees only. But they have to find the time. It is not like that you can become web developer like that only. Okay, you cannot. You have to find the time. Even if you work 16 hours a day doing some that kind of job, then also you have to find 2 hours. You wake up early, sleep late, whatever you have to do, you have to code 2 hours. That is for sure. In my channel, there are a lot of YouTube videos. And I will give you, whoever wants the exact playlist, I can give that exact playlist also. Learn from that playlist. Okay. So that is there. And if you can do challenges, a lot of people actually believes what I'm telling. And I'm going to tell one more thing before I move to challenge. I will show one thing on my YouTube channel, on my LinkedIn. Okay. So challenges, you have to do 100 days of code or 100 days of project. I will say 100 days of code. This is one of the toughest challenge on the planet, 100 days of code. And if you do it, there is no one on this planet Earth who will not give you a job. Okay. Why this is the toughest challenge? This is one of the toughest challenge on the planet. Why? You have to daily code something substantial, and you have to put on this hashtag 100 days of code. This is one of very popular hashtag. All big companies sees this hashtag. And why 100 days of code is very difficult? It is very difficult, especially in a country like India. Something will happen today, or yeah. So I'm coding, and that rule, only rule here is that you cannot miss one day. You miss one day, it is gone. The challenge is gone. You are gone out of it. And the thing is that you're gone out of it, then you have to start again. So why it is very much difficult? As I told, in India, something will happen. Somebody's marriage will come, and you will not be able to put it there. So it is very difficult for us Indians. If you're sitting, if you're in a European country or something, you are alone there. It is very easy for them. India, very less people complete this challenge. Actually, I complete this challenge, and I just completed because I can easily complete it because I am coding for the past 10 years daily. But to show my student it is possible, and I was interviewed in one of the top websites in the US. I was interviewed there because I completed this challenge. This is not that much easy challenge to do. You complete it, you will not only be interviewed. I don't need a job. So I left very, very big jobs to become a trainer. I left jobs. I was having not offers. I was having interview letters from Google's, Uber, and all those things. But I wanted to be a full-time trainer. That's why I came here. So 100 days of code. If you do it, you will definitely get a job. That is for sure. And why? And as I've told, coding in public is very much important. Okay, coding in public is very much important. What is there? Coding in public. So if I go to my network, if I go here, okay, see, I always get this all these things. I'll expect, etc. See my connections. My connections is 19,957. another 43 to go for a 20,000. That will be an achievement, because in LinkedIn 30,000 is the highest number of connections which you can have. After that you have followers, and 30,000 is a lot. Even this 19 nearly 20,000 connections I have got in 4 years. I have to work a lot hard. I have to know how LinkedIn worked and all those things, but I have got this connection. And trust me, this connection doesn't have any random people like this. This has got everyone from the IT industry, people like people from Google HR, people from Uber HR, and all those HR people also keep on following me. Then they are in connection with me. People from different startup all around the India, they are in connection with me. Students are in connection with me. All of those people are in connection with me. So what happens? What is the benefit of it? See, this is known as an influencer. I am a LinkedIn influencer. If I tell you LinkedIn influencer, I even if I like some post, even if I share some post, it reaches to all these 20,000 people. And that is one of the reason I'm asking all of your LinkedIn profile. Why I'm asking? Because I'm there to help you. I'm there to help you all people. Okay. So what happens like this? I post anything. So, and a lot of people actually, okay. Uh, where is there? Okay. Okay. Uh, 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 okay. A lot of people actually tag me when they do it like this person have done workshop of estimates the web, and this person have tagged me. Actually I was not able to tag him back. So what I'm going to do, I'm see, this is I think previous week. Okay, so I'll do great going at the rate works here also in LinkedIn. So it is something which at the rate Rishi Rathore, keep learning. Keep learning. I'll do this. What I just did, I just posted it here. No, I didn't posted it here. Just I posted it to my 20,000 followers. So this guy will get the view of 20,000 followers, and he keep on doing these things. He will get an eye of some HR out there, and they will give him a job. This is how people who follow me, people who tag me, people who tag their projects and all, they get jobs. How my students get jobs. All of them get jobs like this. They tag me. They take benefit of my 20,000 followers. That's why I always ask their LinkedIn thing so that I can help them. Okay, so this is like this. They all tag me like this. So that's why I was asking for that. So that is there, and all is there. So, as I've told you all that will enough of the stock. Please give your LinkedIn profile when you are going to fill this attendance form. If you don't have, please create one and do it. It will be beneficial for you, because of what happens generally, on Monday or some other time, what I am going to do, I am also going to, okay, not coming here. Okay, I am also going to, okay, this is also okay. I am also going to tag you all in a post. Okay, let me show that post. Okay, so tag you all in a post like okay, like this also I will do. Whoever gets this certificate, okay, so like this also I will do. Web development participation certificate, this I post every Monday I will post it. And whoever gives the LinkedIn profile, they will get a tag from me. And this kind of posts generally get a lot of views also, like more, these are views 15 1576 views is a lot of views, is actually a lot of views. It will get a lot of views. And what will happen, this all people get the visibility, Gangadhar Pawar, all this. And I always decide on someone's certificate, that person gets the limelight. Actually, how I decide, just randomly I decide, okay, whoever has a good LinkedIn profile or something like that, I decide it, and they get the limelight also. And all these things I do it every Monday I do it. And people really like this post, and it gets a lot of views and all. Other certificates also I give. See, the 1700 views, 1700 views is a lot. If you are just into LinkedIn, you should know the 1700 2000 views are a lot of views, means it is reaching people are liking it. Okay, that is there. So now, enough of this thing. We are going to start with HTML now. And I'm going to give the attendance number one. And this is attendance number one, which I will give now. Attendance number two I will give later on. So I will give it, send it, and shorten this URL, copy it, and I paste it. Mark your attendance here. Please mark your attendance here. And if someone is watching from LinkedIn, please do come to my YouTube. Okay, one sec. Okay, can one sec. I will. Some people are watching from my LinkedIn. I want everyone to watch from my YouTube channel. Although I know it is live on LinkedIn also. Please do watch it on the YouTube. It helps the channel, and please do like and subscribe if you're not done it yet. Please do like and subscribe. Okay, so it can reach to more people. And someone was asking my please share your LinkedIn address. So let me go there. LinkedIn. One sec. See on LinkedIn also. It is live, but I want you people who are watching on LinkedIn. So please watch it on YouTube. So please watch it on YouTube. Here I've given the YouTube link to all the LinkedIn people. So please watch it there. It helps the YouTube grow. Although I know it's on LinkedIn also, and someone was asking my LinkedIn profile. So let me quickly give that my LinkedIn profile. So LinkedIn profile. This is my LinkedIn profile. So yeah, so we'll start. Okay, did I give the response? Okay, already the responses are coming in. Okay, and please one more time I'm telling you, although you all are going to ping me again, this attendance form I have given it here. Okay, I'm going to, okay, one sec, I'm going to pin it also. This is the first attendance. Second attendance will given towards the end. So first attendance I have given. So please go and fill it, and you have to fill the second attendance also. And this will be given only on the live chat. So a lot of people will going to come back on my WhatsApp and all those things. But please, we are not going to give it there. Okay, so that is there. We're not going to give it again. So okay. Let me, the next one will give me later. Yeah, so we are going to start with HTML now. So it's time to start with HTML. Hope you are all able to see. And what is HTML? As I've told, we're going to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And HTML we're going to learn completely. You don't have to learn HTML after this. A lot of people learn HTML for six months. I know a lot of people self-learning, self-developer. It's very good to learn on yourself, but you need a mentor. And if you want some guidance from me, please do come to one of my WhatsApp group and all. I will ask my admins. So if Abdul and Abdul is there, Mosam is there. Please give them link to the latest WhatsApp group so that they can come there. And if you come to WhatsApp group, you get into connection with me more, and you can ask me any question, maybe ping, because I'm not available on call and all. So please do ping me on the WhatsApp if you're there on the WhatsApp, or you can ping me on LinkedIn also. LinkedIn, I'm very active. See, I'm big on LinkedIn, so I'm active on LinkedIn also. I've given my LinkedIn profile also. If you don't want to come on WhatsApp, please do ping on LinkedIn. That's sir, I am from this and this. I need some help and all. Please guide me on a career. So I will guide you on a career on the WhatsApp or LinkedIn, whatever is there. I will tell you what the path, because everybody is different. I used to do some one-to-ones also, but right now I'm growing and I don't have time. So maybe if you have some more time, I have my own teachers also right now, so that those teachers can help you and they will help you with the thing. Okay, so those are there. And okay, attendance I've given, sir. Attendance link is there now. You fill that attendance there. So attendance message, I have pinned the message. Please fill the attendance there. Whatever I pinned the message, please fill it there. Google form is there. Okay. So without attendance, you won't get the certificate. Okay. So that is there. And okay. 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 That's good, Mosam. Mosam, you can give the attendance link again to this person. Okay. OA. You can give attendance link also to this person OA. So okay. Okay, so we'll start with HTML. So HTML stands for hypertext markup element. Whatever the structure you see in a website, that's come from HTML. Okay, HTML, and that is a kind, no, not a programming language, but this has got some syntax and all, and we're going to see that. So how to do this HTML? So I'm in a folder. This folder is there, and inside this folder, I'll right click and create another folder. So it is like this. It will be in anything, and I'll do a HTML basics, and between I'm using a Mac, but it is the all these things are same in Windows also. In Windows also you can create right click and a folder you can create HTML basics. I can do. And then what I'm going to do here, I'm going to come here, and you have to how to run whatever code I will write, how to run that code. See, earlier what used to happen 10 years back, people used to run the code on notepad and all, and then they save it with .html. But nowadays you don't do those things. What you do nowadays there is a very good lightweight code editor. Earlier what used to happen, the systems were also not that much powerful. Now, right, like the systems which right now are, they used to not be that much powerful, and the IDs, they are not an integrated development environment. They used to be very heavy, and most of them were paid. But now the world is belongs to open source. So this Visual Studio Code is from Microsoft, but it is totally free to use. You'll get something like download. I'm getting Mac Universal. You'll get Windows Universal. You download it. You'll get an exe file, click it and install it. So I'm not going to show how to click it and install it. Anyways, I'm not even going to show how to install it on a Mac because I have already installed it. You have to install it. You have to figure it out how to install it. If you are not able to do it, you see some YouTube videos, because it is not like very difficult. Okay, it is like very easy to install the VS Code. Just a exe file. Next you do, and it will be installed. So that is there. So now after you install, then what? Then you have to open it, and when you open it, it will be opened like this. Open like this. Okay, now I want to code in it. In fact, I want to code exactly in that same folder in which I created, because I want my code to be saved somewhere. I don't want to save it anywhere and click it, clear it somewhere. Okay, so I want to code there. So where I will code, so I will come to my finder and all. So this HTML basics is there. Okay, this HTML basics folder is there. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to drag it. So I have not left my left finger from the left side of a mouse. I have to click it like this, and I have to drop it, and then I have to take my finger from it. I have to take from the left side of the mouse. Okay, so I have done this. And if you have a trackpad, you drag it from with the trackpad. Okay, so the dragging is also something which you have to learn. If you don't know, please take help from someone, because I cannot come to everyone and tell them how to drag exactly. But it is very easy to drag. You learn to drag, because a lot of people have people are not able to drag also PC, and this is not something to be ashamed of. If you're from a non-IT background, you have never used something like this. You don't know how to, maybe you don't even know how to install a exe file. In our days, even the non-IT people were able to install with the exe, because at that time a lot of exes used to come. Nowadays, no, nothing exe come. I know what the non-IT people do on a laptop. They go to Facebook, they go to Facebook and all those things. They don't Facebook or some news site or something. They don't do beyond that. They don't do all this things. So this dragging thing is also very big thing. Actually, once I have to do a Zoom call with someone to help them to do this dragging thing. This is not that much easy to do. Okay, so don't be ashamed, but take help from someone. Someone will be out there who will help you to drag this thing from here to here. Okay, so, and if you're not able to find that someone, please do ping me. I will have myself or some of my teacher to help you to drag it from here to here. It is, I know it is not the easiest of thing. Okay, so that is there. And then I have to come here, and this thing I'm seeing, now I have to create a file. So I'm seeing, I'll do a index.html, right? What is this index.html? See, like if you go to your downloads or somewhere, you'll see a lot of file with .jpg, .png, .extension. Those are images file. I think all of you know. .xls for Excel file, .doc for doc file. Like that, every programming language have an extension. HTML files have extension of .html. That is how we know it's an HTML file. And index is the name of it. Most common name you give, like most of the time you give the index on index.html given. So that I have given. Now, what I'm going to do. So VS Code, we're using it for a reason. Earlier, in the earlier days, people used to code in Notepad++ or Notepad, and then they used to save it with .html. But why we're using VS Code? Because VS Code has got some very, very cool shortcuts. Cool shortcuts like what? I'll do a not. I'll do not, and I'll do a not. I've done. Then I'll press the tab. Press the tab. Now I'll also make it minimize it. Press the tab. Then what happened? When I press the tab, then what happened? This shortcut, this all the structure of the HTML has been created. All the structure of the HTML has been created. And what is this structure? This structure is what the developer will see. This structure is what we are going to code. So what is this all about? See, first thing is that all the HTML, generally the structure is like this: greater than and lesser than. Greater than, lesser than, this thing is there, and it is like doc type HTML I have written doc type HTML. So what is this doc type HTML? Doc type HTML means it is HTML version 5. This means HTML version 5. So what is this HTML version 5? HTML is a programming language, and just like any other HTML is a language, and just like any language, it is been governed by some committee, and that committee is known as W3C committee. And HTML was invented in 1995. Okay, so that committee governs it from 1995, and that committee, as usual, sits in the US, because US invented everything from the internet to HTML and everything. Till today, everything has been invented by the US only related to computers. Nobody else invents anything. So that is there. So they invented this HTML. So this W3C committee sits there, and they governs it. So they keep on adding something in the HTML. So in 2015, HTML version 5 came. Before that, HTML version 4 used to be working a lot. Okay, so that used to be work. HTML version 5 came, and this means that it is HTML version 5. After this, so I hope it is okay. Then after this, HTML is all about some tag is starting and some tag is ending. So this HTML tag is starting. So this HTML tag is like this, starting and ending. So see, this tag has a starting, and this tags are ending, and between it, whatever comes are its children. So this HTML tag is starting, and it tells that all the documents here are belong to the HTML, and lang is equal to English, means the language is English. Like then there are languages like French and all those things are so there. Okay, so that is there. Okay, one sec. Okay, okay, so after this we have a head tag, and after this we have a body. Head and body we have. So what is this head? Head is something so which we don't see much of the time, and body is something whatever we will write inside the body, we are going to see it will be shown here. This is not this thing, but it will be shown here in the body. We are going to change it. And in the head tag, you will say, you see something known as something as meta is there. Meta is there, and after that title is there. Let me change the title. Anyways, nothing will happen right now. HTML, I write HTML basics. I write not J in JTML. It is HTML. HTML basics. I'll write. Okay, HTML basics. I'll write. And now, what is this meta? Let us first start with meta. Meta is a special kind of tag. This is used by actually Google. So why Google? It is used by Google. So this website you will create. Then what you're going to do? This website you're going to host somewhere. This is a website we're creating. Even if it is a simple website, it's a website. Then we are going to host it somewhere. Maybe on GoDaddy, as Dhoni used to say. Dhoni says host it on GoDaddy and all this things. So we'll host it on GoDaddy. And the hosting part, anyways, I'm not going to show. It is very simple, or you can learn. Okay, from YouTube and all. So we'll host it on GoDaddy, and it will go to the internet, and it will have some name like this. Okay, some name like this it will have. And then what will happen? But how will the internet knows about this website? And everyone, I cannot give this link and all. So anyone, even for VS Code, has gone to the Google and did a Google search. So anyone will go there in Google and do a Google search. Okay, suppose you made a website on what, maybe you made a website on second-hand iPhones. You are a dealer of a second-hand iPhone. You have created a website on second-hand iPhone. And so what are these meta tags? So meta tags is, there is a Google, the way Google works, that Google has got some Google bots which scans the whole of internet twice or three times in a whole day, and that is a very big task, and that can happen only because of Google. So when they comes to a website, and they will get all the new websites also. When they come to a website, they'll see this meta tag, and then they will learn about your website, what it is all about. Meta tag earlier used to have a lot of keywords also, and the digital marketing people used to give a lot of keywords in this meta tag. But then Google changes its algorithm. It is known as changing its algorithm. Nowadays it doesn't work. So what earlier days digital marketers used to do, a lot of keywords they used to insert in the meta tag, like, as I told, you are selling a second-hand iPhone. Okay, second-hand iPhone. So I created a website for second-hand iPhones, and maybe I'm selling second-hand iPhones on in Delhi only. So in the meta tag, I will keep a lot of keywords like second-hand iPhone, second-hand iPhone Delhi, second-hand iPhone in Delhi, second-hand iPhone India, cheap second-hand iPhone. All those things I will put in the meta tags. Okay, all those things I will put in the meta tag. Then what will happen, this used to happen in the earlier days, nowadays it doesn't happen, but that was one of the use which the digital people used to do. Nowadays a lot of things are there that means something else, and that is, even I don't know much more of the things. Okay, that is like that. So those meta tags, those keywords were used like that at those times. So and that time Google used to see those keywords, and they used to come there and see it. Okay, that is work. This title HTML basic, now this title HTML basic I've written. Actually, it will change this Visual Studio Code which I'm showing it here. So it will be changing this thing. Title, it will show that. But the main thing is inside the body. So HTML, and someone is telling video quality is low. Video quality is at 720p. I'm broadcasting. So if you're seeing it in your mobile, so what do you have to do? So most probably you're seeing on your mobile. So your mobile operator changes the video quality to low. So you have to go, there is a setting is there. Setting, you go and change the quality to 720p. It will be broadcasting on the highest thing. Okay, broadcasting is not a problem. We're already broadcasting at 720p, and I'm seeing at 2-3 places on my mobile, also on my laptop also it is fine. Okay, so that is there. And so okay, so that is there. And okay, so we are going to do something on this body. So HTML is all about the tags and all. Okay, so I'm going to do a h1 tag. So again, the h1 I've written, press the tab, and it is came like that. So again, VS Code, and body, whatever we write, it will come here where someone I will type. Okay, so I will write HTML crash course. I'll write, and then I'll write a p tag. H1 is known as heading tag. We are going to see in detail about what is H1. What is a P? P is known as paragraph tag, and let us write something like, write some text from here only. I'll copy it, I'll paste it here. So this is like this. Now where to see this thing? These things I've given all, where to see it. So you have to go back to your this thing, Finder or whatever you have. You have to go back to your HTML, okay, and you have to open it. I will right click it, open in Safari. I don't want to open it Safari, so I will do a right click and open with the, I will do it with Chrome. So see, now my website is been shown. See this HTML basics, HTML basic, HTML crash course, HTML crash course, which is the H1. Then this P. So our simple website is done. Okay, that is good. So now one more thing. Okay, the simple website is done and all, that is good. But what is there? If I add some another P, okay, I will show a problem with this approach. P. Okay, I cannot have all the time this kind of code. I cannot copy it from here. And it doesn't happen on the back of my mind to write a very big sentence. It will waste a lot of time. So there is a shortcut in VS Code. I'll go through this P, and I'll do a lorem, LOREM, and then I'll press a tab, and it will autofill. So what is this lorem ipsum? Lorem ipsum is a very popular dummy text. Very popular dummy text. Lorem ipsum is a very popular dummy tags. What it does, it is actually have got some history also. It is there for the past 200 years. When the printing press was invented, they were also finding some dummy text, and at that time this dummy text was invented so that they can see how the columns will look in the newspapers and all. So this lorem ipsum come from those time, and nowadays there are a lot of lorem ipsum generators are also there, and VS Code comes inbuilt with lorem ipsum. You write lorem, press the tab, it will fill the complete thing. Okay, I'll save it. I'll save this thing. But when I save this thing, it is not coming here. Why it is not coming here? Because if you do it like this, I have to refresh it, then only it will come. I have to refresh it, then only it will come. And most developers don't like this way. Don't like this way to do these things. I every time I change some code, I have to refresh it. Okay, most HTML JavaScript developer don't like these things. These things. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, you have to go here in the this thing is known as extensions, it is known as. There you have to go, and here you have to write something known as live server. Live, you have to write live. See the second one from Ritvik Day, this one you have to do, and this one you have to install it by writing enable. I think install will come, clicking on it, install. For me it is showing as disable. So what does it do? So if I come here, if I click it here, and I will, once it is installed, I have to do a right click and click on open with live server. Anyways, it will open in a different my Safari browser. It will open. I don't want it to open here, so I'll copy whatever text it was there and I will open it here. Same thing is coming. What is the difference? And it has got some weird kind of number also. This is known as actually a local host. So a local web server kind of thing will be made. So now what is the benefit of it? So see, if I delete it, delete a p, save it, it will automatically do the refresh for me. I didn't touch it here. Automatically do the refresh. But I'll come here. The refresh has not been done. It is still there. I have to do the refresh. So it saves us from those refreshes. So from now onwards, we are going to use this thing. We are going to use this thing known as this. You're okay. This VS live server. I am telling. So cross it, cross it, cross it, cross it. It's done. Now we are going to learn about the different tags. See, HTML is all about learning about different tags like h1, p, anchor tag, table tag, form tag, all those tags. It is all about that. So we are going to go here and we're going to learn about that. First thing which we are going to let this p be there. First thing which we are going to learn is about the heading tags. Okay, so heading tags are like h1, heading 1, h1, 2, h3, h4, h5, h6, h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, and h6, h2, h3, h4, h5, and h6 are there. And I will save it, and h1 to h6 are been done. H1 to h6 are been done. So you're seeing this h1 to h6 are done, and they are known as heading tags. H1 to h6, everything is of different sizes. H1 is the biggest, h2 is the biggest. So in anything you go, any website or anything you go, you'll see that this thing is there, like different sizes of the headers are there. So that's why the different sizes of headers are there. H1 to h6 is very small. See, you're seeing that it is even smaller than this paragraph tag. Okay, so the next thing is the paragraph tag. Okay, so paragraph tag we have already seen a very good example, and take another. I'll put back that example, lorem example. Lorem, there is one more thing. I can do this lorem 40 and it will make me a bit bigger one. Okay, lorem 40 again like this. Okay, so that is there. And before moving to the next tag, I want to tell one more thing, is that there are something known as a comments in any programming language, not just in HTML. In any programming languages we have something known as comments. So I will come here and I will do a heading tag. Heading tags I'll do. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to select it and I'm going to do this control and backslash I'm going to do, and this will be treated as a heading tag, and it is reading like this. And see, the color has been different. What it is different, and I will do one more thing here. I'll do a graph tag. I'll do a paragraph tag. Okay, but when I save it, it is not showing. Okay, one more thing. This is what the developer sees. This is what the end user will see. End user will see. So the end user is not seeing this heading tag and paragraph tag. Why they're not seeing it? Because this is for the developer only. So these are known as comment. See, these comments are left by developers like us. So when I was an architect, there was 10 front-end engineers working under me, and they used to work on the same code. Same codes are very, very big. The bigger projects are, they're like very big. In the same code, at least 10 people work. So they were working on that code. So when they were working on that code, everybody used to work on the same code. So they have to, it was necessary for them to have some comments, so the other person, when they comes, they can understand what this code means. And this is for you also. If someone is writing some code, this is a very easy code, but if sometimes the code is very difficult, then they should know what does that code means. Okay, what does that code means? So that is like that. Okay, so this all is done like ppp, paragraph tag and all. So this is like this. Okay, so we're done this paragraph tag. And please do like and subscribe. If you're liking this, please do like and subscribe. It will help the channel to reach more people. And please do tell colleges, and tell friend groups, tell WhatsApp group about this challenge, about this channel, in where we are trying to make everyone a web app developer. And we are working very hard. We are producing nowadays 2 videos a day. And we have other teachers also now in this channel. So please do help with liking and subscribing. Okay, that is there. Now okay, let me drink some water, and then we continue. So very hot here. Sorry, cannot teach in Hindi. A lot of people from south also join. Okay, so there are some very good Hindi channels out there. You can learn from them. But this technical thapa is there. Okay, technical thapa. And code with Harry is also very good. Please do that there, because I cannot do it in Hindi, because a lot of people here attend from the south also, and if you don't know south, Hindi doesn't work. Okay, so English is the universal language in India. So that is there. And now what? Now we are going to learn about something known as the inline tags. Okay, so there are two kind of tags. One is known as a block level elements, and okay, one are known as block level elements, and uh, okay, one are known as block level elements, and one are known as inline elements. Okay, block level elements and inline elements. So what are these block level elements? Okay, so these block level elements are like this thing. This things is a block level element. See, h1, h2, h3, h4, h5, h6, these are block level elements. Okay, so why they are block level elements? There was enough space here. So heading 1 is there, so heading 2 will come, and heading 3 will come, and heading 4, heading 5, heading 6 will come in. So there were enough space that it could have come in the same line. It could have come in the same line. But it is coming in different lines. Okay, one after the another it is coming. One after the another it is coming. Because they are known as block level elements. Okay, they are known as block level elements. That's why they are coming one after the another. One after the another. Even the paragraph tag is a block level element, because there was enough space here. So it could have started here. It could have started here, but it is coming in the next line, because this is known as block level elements. Okay, so that is there. And then there are some things known as inline elements also. We're going to see those tags also, but let us first learn about the link tag. Okay, so we're going to learn about the link tag. I'm going to learn. And link tag and I'm going to do. So link tag are what tags? Link tags are also known as the anchor tags, in which you can give anything like href, and href will take you to that place which we are going to give. So maybe this one I will give as this one. I will give like this, the web.tag, and then So any website you can give yahoo.com, google.com, gmail.com, anything you can give. Okay, so I'll give a learn web dev. Okay, that I will write. Then I'll save it. See, something has come with this your purple kind of a thing. It has come. Actually, what will happen in it will come with a blue kind of a background. If you are doing it for the first time, this thing would have seen. This is known as a link tag. This everyone who have visited Facebook or something, there will be some link. So when we take your mouse over the link, it will show it like the hand. Okay, and when I click it, it will take to this website. This is actually my blogging website. It will take to this website. It will take. Okay, so that is there, and I can go back and it will be there. But there is a problem here. Okay, there is a problem here, and the problem is that when I'm clicking it, it is opening in the same tab. It is not a good user experience, and it is also not considered good from the marketing point of view. If you're taking someone away from your website, you create a website with a lot of research and all, and you take some and you give a link, and that link is opened in the same tab, then you're taking that person away from their website. Maybe you are taking them to your Facebook page. You have a Facebook page, you're taking them to a Facebook page. And Facebook, those who don't know, it's very addictive kind of a thing. Okay, they are the richest, and they are the means the top one of the top companies which runs the world. So their website is not like that. Even the color of the Facebook is created with a lot of research. So if you go to Facebook, you'll click, you will stay there. So it is created in such a way. So if I give my, suppose if I give my Facebook link there, if I can give my company's Facebook groups there, and the person goes to the company's Facebook group in the same tab, then it might happen 90% of the time they will never come back to my website. So that's why you should always try to open it in a new tab, the link. So we can do that with coding. How we can do that with coding? So I'll come here and do a tag again, and this time I will give maybe my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile I'll give. So my LinkedIn profile I'll give. Okay, so that is there, and then okay, so I've been the LinkedIn I've given. So here there is a second parameter known as target equal to underscore blank. Target equal to underscore blank. I'll do save it. So now when the line is been created and target equal to underscore blank is there. Okay. So what does that mean? This is the attribute target equal to underscore blank. And one more thing I'm going to tell here soon. So I'll click this thing now, and it will open in a new tab. It will open in a new tab. So it might happen that the person will come back here. Person will come back here to my site. Okay, there is one more thing interesting thing happened here, which is that I have two anchor tags. And what happened? Both of them are in the same line. So they're known as inline tag. If I had 10 anchor tags also, all of them will come in the same line. All of them will come in the same line. Okay. So that is there. Then this is about the anchor tags. Okay. So now the next thing which we are going to do is see, HTML is all about learning about different tags. So the next thing which we are going to do is the list tag. Okay. So list tag I'm going to do, and then again I'm going to do this, and here I'll do a ul means unordered list, and ul is there. And then I'm going to have a li. I'll have item 1 and item 2, item 3, item, and item 4, item 5, and then ordered list. Okay, ordered list is also there. Okay, ordered list is also there. In ordered list also I'll have the item 5. So unordered list and ordered list, what are they? Unordered list and ordered list, I'll save it. See, unordered list is like this dot 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 is there, and 5 times it is there. Okay, because I've given this 5 times. ul means unordered list, li means listed. See, in HTML everything means something. Okay, li means list item, and ol means ordered list. Or ordered list, what happens? Ordered list, there is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 coming. So there are two kind of lists which I have given. So I will again copy it, paste it, and paste it. I will have a 6 here, and I'll have a 6 here. Let's do it. So here one thing more will come, and here one more number will come. One more number will come. So that is there. And now the next thing which I'm going to do is a table tag. I'm going to do table tag. So table tag is there. So table tag is a group of tags. So this is some tag which I always say, okay, so it is not necessary for you to learn all these things in the table tag, but at least this all things which I've told before, this is very easy. This thing you should not mug it up, but it should be there. Oh, heading tag is like this, p tag is like this, anchor tag is like this, ul tag is like this, old tag is like this. But table tag has a lot of tag, and you can always find the syntax from Google and all. Okay, not always it is required to learn it, but you should learn a bit. Okay, I will have a table here. Everything will be wrapped in a table. Then I will have a t head. I will have a t head. So table tag has two things. One is a table, and one is a t head, and one is a t body. I will have t body. I'll have, and inside this t head, I will have a tr. Tr means table row, and then inside this, I will have a table head. Table head, and this is known as table header. Table header name, age, and email. I will have email. I'll have. Okay, if I save it, see a bold kind of thing is coming. Name, age, and email. Okay, these things are coming. Now inside this table body will come, and table body again I will have a tr. Tr again I will have. Okay. Then inside this I will have a td, table data. Td means table data, and I will have a again do td, and age will be 39, and at gmail.com. So these are there, and I can have multiple of this. Okay, I'll save it. So these three things will be there. So table body have this thing known as table row also here. So but this had got something known as table data, and that's what table header. Header are like this bold kind of things we all have seen tables, and you might be understanding what I'm doing it here. So this is all about table. Okay, no need to mug this up. So but you should know this thing. Okay, so now we are going to learn about the most important group of tags known as the form tags. So they are the most important group of tags, this form tags. Okay, so after this table, but we have come a bit down. Okay, a bit down we are there. So I'm going to use two tags I'm going to use, and those two tags are very helpful to have some space. So one tag which I'm going to use is a HR is known as horizontal group. It will create a line. It will create a line. And then I will take a tag known as a BR. And BR is known as break row. It will give a space like this. Okay. And I will actually wrap my form inside it, because I want some space and all. I want this thing and the form to be inside it, because at the end it should have some space. Okay. So let us start the form tag now. Form tag. We have form tag, and I'm going to have, and label I'm going to have. So label I'm going to have, in this label So form tags, inside the form tag will have the form. So what are these forms and all? So forms are being used to take the input from the user. So what input from the user means, if you go, forms are actually everywhere. You go to facebook.com, first time you go, you have to register there, so their form is there. In that you have to fill your name, email, age, gender and all this. Next time you go, you have to do a login. And inside Facebook also, you might have seen the create a post thing. So you create a post there, so and you click on the post. So forms basically takes the data from the user and pass them to the server. Pass them to the server, where most of the time they are stored, or in the case of login, we are going to see what is there. It is going to check. Most of the time it is also stored. A post you do in the Facebook, it is stored in the Facebook server, and it is stored in some database. So whatever the user inputs, we have to get it somewhere. So we get it inside a form tag, group of form tags. There are different form tags are there. Actually there are hundreds of them. We are going to take the password, we are going to take it in a different thing. Text, we are going to take it in a different thing. Number, we are going to take it in a different thing. Gender, we are going to take it in a different thing, and all those things. So those things are there. Okay. Yes, this live is always saved. This live is always saved. So this label, I'll go, and I know a lot of channel don't save the live. Okay, I know that. Name is there, label name is there, and then input is the type is text, and name equal to name equal to name I have done. So one sec. Name is name I have done, and let me again put another label. Okay, label email, and input type text. Input type input type. Okay, not email. I don't want to take. I want to take age, and because I want to show input type number. So what is this label? What is this input? Let me save it first, then I will type. So I have saved it. See, this name is like, name is just a word like this. Label is there, so name is like this instead of this label is coming. And then it has got some input. Input is something which you have always seen, like the when you're going to register in something, register in Facebook, you've seen this thing. Okay, so here you can type anything. Here you can give any number, and okay, and you can increase it. Okay, this is a number. So the thing is that label and input always comes in pairs. Okay, this label is for this input, this label is for this input. They always comes in some pairs, and the input tag is more important because input gives this box and all. So input type text is that you can type the text. Input type number, you can type the number. Input type email is there. Input type password is there. A lot of other input types are there. So this is there. Okay, this will work like this. Okay, one more thing is there. See, you see one thing, everything is coming in the same line. Why everything is coming in the same line? Because this is an extreme example of an inline tag. Everything here is an inline. Label is an inline, input is an inline, everything is an inline. So everything is coming in one line. But when you go to facebook.com or some other site, you might be seeing that, okay, so the name I have to give first, and in the next line I have to give the email, next line I have to give the password, and next line it is like that, next line I have to give that thing. So that is there. So how to do that? With CSS, it will be very much easy to do this thing, but with your HTML, how we are going to do, because we are not learning CSS right now, we're learning the pure HTML. Okay, so how we will do this now? Okay, so this will do by having a div here. Div is a special type of a tag. It is used a lot. You'll see this div being used a lot. It's div is a block level element, doesn't mean much, but you'll prepare the sections with this div. So div I'll do, and I will have this label name, and this I will put it inside it here like this, and then I will have again a div and label age, and this I'll put it inside it, and I will do it like this, and I will save it. So what will happen, it will come into different lines. It will come into different lines. There are better ways to do that. We'll see in the CSS part. Actually in the CSS part also, we are going to create a very good looking form. Okay, so that is it. And then after this I will do a BR. BR means break row. I'm doing BR because I want a bit of space here. I could again do it with a div, but I don't want to use a div again, so I'll just use a br, means break row. I'll save it and see there will be a gap like this, there will be a gap like this. So that is there. Now we are going to look into some more tags like this. Okay, this is not there. Actually, I've told there are hundreds of these things, but I'm going to tell only the important things, and I am going to also tell one more thing, which is where to see the rest of them. See, one thing I'm always telling, this HTML which I'm teaching, it is more than enough. HTML doesn't takes more than 1 hour to be taught, and I'm teaching everything in HTML. But the CSS and JavaScript, I cannot teach today everything. But on my channel, there are continuous these workshops are going on for CSS and JavaScript. You can attend them. Mainly for CSS, we have continuous workshop, because CSS is the most important thing for a beginners who is just beginning in this web app development journey. So we generally nowadays we are having CSS a lot of times. Okay, already we have done 2 workshops on CSS. Okay, and planning to have another workshop on CSS during the last week of the month. Okay, not next week, during the last week of the month at 3 p.m. IST, and one of my assistant teacher is going to take that CSS. He is also very good. Okay, so that is there. And now we're going to come here, and we are going to do something known as the text area. So what is the text area? Again, before that, we're going to do another br, and we're going to do a div like this. Div I'm going to do, and inside this I'm going to have a label of message I'm going to have, and I'm going to have a text area. Name is message, calls and role. I don't want to take calls, and you can give the calls and role. So text area is what? Text area is a big input type text. Text area is a big input type text. I will save it. So this message will come, which is like an input type. What is the difference from here? See, here the problem is that I can write only one line. Here I can write this is a, I can write multiple lines here. Okay? And even I can write like this, it will go to the next line. I can write multiple lines. This is a text area, and the text area, okay, one thing is different in the text area. I have a closing thing also, closing tag only. One thing to notice here is that all the input doesn't have a closing. It doesn't have a closing, it doesn't have a closing, but the text area have a closing. That is a difference. Okay, very easy to understand text area. Now the next thing which we are going to understand is the drop down buttons. You see, these drop down buttons are there in almost every website. These drop down buttons are there in every website is there. Amazon, and all. Amazon is one of the most popular example. I think there also we have some drop down and do the drop down and all those things. Okay, so that is there, and let us do the drop down now. Okay, and the drop down, we are again going to do a br, and again we are going to do a div, and then we are going to do a label. I am going to do, and favorite color I'm going to do, and I'm going to have a select. So select, I'm going to have select name is color. Again, then okay. Oh, one more thing I just forgot to tell. What is this name? Okay, I am taking this name. What is this name? Name is actually, and we are going to see this. What is this name? Name is actually something which uniquely identifies this record. See, all the things which we are doing right now, these are not for us. These are for the backend. I'm not going to show backend programming right now. I have a lot of backend programming on my channel. I'm not going to show that right now. So these things are done for the backend. Okay, so all this data will be taken, whatever the user types, and it will be sent to the backend. Although that requires a lot of JavaScript also. Maybe we are going to see that JavaScript also, how to get what the user types here. That requires a bit of help from JavaScript also. And I think we're going to see that thing today. Okay, so that is there. And what else? Okay, so how does the backend will identify what is coming? So this name, age, message, color, that will uniquely identify for the backend what this means. Okay, that's how the backend will understand that they are unique for this thing. Okay, so drop down we give it a select tag, and then I have an option value red, value green, value blue. So let me save it and let me show one thing. Okay, let me save it. See, this drop down has come red, blue, green. This drop down has come. Okay, like this, red, blue, and green. Okay, red, blue, and green. This drop down has come like this, and okay, so that is there. So these are drop down very easy. But what is this? See, whatever I'm typing it here, red, green, blue, it is coming there. But this small red, small blue, small green, this value is something which will go to the backend. Which will go to the backend. This value is something which will go to the backend. We are going to see how it will go to the backend, because backend only one value can go. Okay, so that is that. This is known as a drop down. Okay, so the next thing which we are going to see, our form tag is still not over. So form tag is one of the main thing which I teach, and form tag is something which you have to learn a lot. Forms are the most important thing in HTML also, in CSS also, in JavaScript also, in React.js also, and so that's why it is very important to learn. Okay, so that is there. Now the next thing which we are going to do is like this div is there, and then I will have a break row, and then I will have a div, and like this will have. And now we are going to see the checkboxes and the radio boxes. We are going to see this checkboxes and radio boxes are there everywhere. Maybe all of you might have seen this, and if you're given some online exam, you know what is this checkboxes. These checkboxes are there in which you can click and you get the like this tick sign. Maybe Amazon, it will be there. So Amazon, I'll come here. Maybe okay. So see, one thing is there. Okay, this is not a drop down, and this is not. Suppose I go to this computers. I've seen it somewhere. Oh, this is the checkbox. This is the checkbox, and see this one thing I will show. This brands you are seeing here. Okay, this all belongs to actually same thing. I can click here also, and it will select all the things which are both. I can click here. It will select both plus Sandex. I can select here also. I can click all of them, or I can select some of them. This is known as a check boxes, and we are going to see how to make it. Although I think I won't get the example for radio boxes there. Radio boxes you will always see when you fill some gender or something. Okay, and okay, and see this drop down example is also there. So this is a drop down which we have also created, and you might be seeing, okay, so this is so much beautiful, your created, it is so much ugly. It is ugly because I have written only HTML code. This all beautiful thing is coming because of CSS. So this is the option also. This is a select or drop down, whatever you say, select options is also there. Okay, so this also is there. Okay, so that is there, and we have seen these check boxes also there. Let us make this check boxes right now. So check boxes, how we make, I will come here and maybe I will write h4, and what do you own, I will write. And h4 I have taken. H4 I have taken. I'm not taking the label because this is not something which will be coming. And okay, I'll have a input. It is showing something weird. Input. Input type is not text. Input type is check box. Input type is checkbox. Name is equal to vehicle 1, and value is equal to bike. Now I will have a label after this. Okay, label we can have after this also. Okay, label after this I'm going to have, and then input type checkbox, name is vehicle 2, and value is car. Value is car. Okay, so like this. Save it. What do you own? Bike and car. I'm getting bike and car. Okay, so the thing is that just like Amazon site, I can click this one also, and I can click this one also. Anyone, I can click one also, I can click both also. One or both. I can click one also, and I can click both also. So that is the benefit of it. Okay, so that is there. Now after this, what we are going to do, and one thing to notice here is that name is different, because we're going to see something right now, and that something is the radio box, in which it is always comparable to the checkbox, but it is a bit different. Checkboxes is generally used to take multiple inputs, maybe in the same thing. What I want to see, what do you own? But the radio boxes are used to take one input only. Just like a very common example is a gender. A person cannot have two genders. So genders are taken by that. Okay, so let us do the gender right now, which is a very common thing to take whenever you do some fill some registration form. You have to write a gender. And in India, we generally take three genders. See, I'm not telling about the US and all. Nowadays in US and in Europe, you don't take three genders. There are actually 4, 5 genders are there, and it is mandatory for them to take binary, non-binary, something like that. Okay, so please, if you're watching it from the US, in India we do it like this. Okay, in India we have only three genders, not like 4, 5 genders. Okay, so sorry if you're watching it from somewhere outside. So div is there, and then inside this div I am going to do like h4, like gender I'm going to do, and then I will have a input type is radio, and name. And please do subscribe to the channel. Also I've given the link. Please, you can directly subscribe to the channel from there. Okay, so please do that. And name equal to gender, I'm going to do name equal to gender, I'm going to do, and value equal to male, and I'll have a label of male I'm going to have. Then I'm going to copy this thing, and twice I'm going to take all the three genders. Okay, so gender, see, the name will be gender only, and this will be female, this will be female, sorry, and this will be OTHER, other. I will save it. See, there is one more thing. I will get back to that. Okay, as for gender is there, so I'm selecting this male. Then I'm selecting this female. The male has been changed to the female. Other I'm selecting, then it is changed. Here it was not like the car also I can select, bike also I can select. I can select both of them. I can select both of them. So it is not like that in the gender. And one more thing which I want to tell in the code. See, in the code, this is a difference which all of you should know. This name is vehicle 1 and name is vehicle 2. Both of them are different. Checkbox are not always grouped together. You can use it in a different place also. They're like two different entities. But radio boxes are also known as radio box group, because see, the name is always gender here. Name is gender in all these three things. Value are different, name is gender. Okay, so that is like this is how the reader boxes are there. So now we have written all these things and all, and now we have to submit these things to the backend, and for submitting that thing to the backend we need a button. So create that, let us create a button, and there is a special way to create a button inside a form. See, there is another way to create a button which I'm going to show soon. It is very easy, but to create it inside a form, what we have a input type submit, and value equal to send. Input type submit, value is like send is there. Okay, then I will save it. Okay, we have what we are here. Okay, input type submit, value is send. So what was send I'm doing, it is coming here. Input type submit will create a button. Actually it will create a button, and now what will happen, so okay, let me tell one more thing. Input type submit will create a button. I will have a button tag also, and I have to tell something else also. Okay, button tag, button I'll have, and click me. See, this button is there. I'm clicking here, nothing is happening, and the functionality you have to add it from the JavaScript. Nothing is happening here. But if I click this button, this is inside a form, and this is coming from an input type submit. This is very important, type submit. When I was clicking it, it got refreshed, and something got passed also. It got refreshed with empty values, but the main thing is that it get refreshed. So this thing get refreshed because this is a special kind of a button. And when HTML started in 1995, there was only one backend language which was known as PHP. In fact, Facebook was made initially in PHP in 1995. PHP was the dominant language. In that, what happened, when you press something inside a form, that gets submits to the backend through this address bar. Through this address bar, also it will show the PHP link. Something used to happen, and that will submit it like that. Okay, so that's why it is coming from there, and this is the default behavior of the browser. When we have a submit button inside a form, it will refresh it and send it to maybe to something like PHP. But if PHP is not there, then also it will refresh it, and this is a bad behavior. When we are going to do JavaScript, we're going to see we need to override this thing, because nowadays in backend also JavaScript is being used with something known as Node.js. Okay. So one more thing I was telling, I will give a real example of what is this name is there. Okay, so name is what? Okay, so let us put something here, 39, and this is HTML. Let me have it like this: blue car mail. And see this thing, see this closely. I'll do the send. See, something got passed here. Let me copy this thing. Let me have it here. See, name is Nabendu plus Viswas. What is this name? What is his name? Name is this. Name is Nabendu Bishwas. Plus Vishwas, because there was a space. Age is 39. Age 39 I have given. Age 39 came. This age equal to 39. Message I have given something close letters came. Color blue. I choose the color blue from the drop down. So color blue have come. So that's the reason this value is very important. So whatever you write in value, it will come. Then vehicle 2 equal to car, because I choose only car. I didn't choose the bike. If I choose a bike would have come in vehicle 1. So they are different. They are two different entities. Then I have this gender. Gender is coming. Gender is a one entity. This gender is coming as male. So this is how it will done. Okay, so this is there. I will delete it and I'll save it. So this is how forms are there. Okay, forms I have told everything, but the forms still it is not enough. Whichever I told, why it is not enough? Forms are very important things, and in 2015, HTML. What happened in HTML? A lot of things were added in HTML5. Added, not deleted. Added. So what happened? A lot of HTML input types were added, and I could not tell all of them because all of them are not used all of the time. So you can go to the W3C site, HTML again, and then there is a input types is there, and W3C, I think it is official site only of the W3C. Okay. So if you go here and if you see, they have given all those things. And earlier there were only 4-5 things which I have taught. There were only that much thing. But now there are a lot more things have come. Lot more things have come here. So input type text is there, password, submit, reset, radio, checkbox. All of these things I have shown. But there are some very cool things are also there. So like this input type color I will choose. So this is having this color, and I can choose any color from here, and I can do the submit here. Okay, choose any color here. Okay, and color picker is coming. So it was earlier very difficult to show the color picker with JavaScript, but now this is very much easy. Then input type date. Actually, this is a very powerful thing. Input type date. Only I've given the input type date. It will open a calendar. Earlier, before 2015, I still remember because I'm doing this thing for the past 10 years. So we have to create some widget. We have to create this calendar from some third-party library and all those things. Blah blah means from JavaScript and all those things to do. But nowadays the whole calendar is given by input type date, and you can do anything here. You can choose any date here. Like this is a very common thing, like date of birth and all those things you can choose, and it will choose it. Input type date, very powerful. Then there is like see, this is again a very important thing. You go to Naukri or some other site, Naukri.com or all, you'll see that they will have something like choose file and choose your and upload your resume. You can do it from here. Okay, you can choose file and upload something. Okay, like this you can do it. Just with input type file it is coming. So it's so powerful is that like, HTML has become also so much powerful. So this is there. So please do learn these things from here. Learn these things from here. Okay, so these things from here you learn. So now the last thing which we are going to see here are images. Okay, Images are very important in a website. Images are the things which make or break a website, which make a website great. Okay, so let us do some images now. And images, okay, come here and do a macro image tag. I'm going to do, and this image tag I am going to do with img src. Let us put some images here. So I will go to this unsplash site because I want royalty free images, and the best royalty free images you get from here only. You don't get it from Google and all. Okay, so desktop setup I'll do, and I will go, and maybe this one I'll choose, and maybe I'll choose a bit of this much. I'll choose medium one. Okay, okay, it has been done. And system has become very slow. Okay, so this file has been downloaded. Now how to add it here? First thing is that I will create a new folder known as images. I will create. Inside that I'll put this image file. So I have to again right click it and reveal in Finder. I have to do in a Mac. In a Windows I have to do reveal in File Explorer. Reveal in Explorer. So I will do it like this, and then these images will be open, and then I will put this. Okay, I'll put this here. Let me rename like this, unsplash is there. Save it. Now I'll go here, and the image I will take as src. I'll take as images, and unsplash.jpg I'll do, and alt I'll do the web maybe I'll do, and I'll save it. And I'll see this image now. Okay, but this image is huge, means it is even I'm not able to show this image. Also, this image is like huge. So in HTML, what I can do, HTML I don't have many things. When I'm going to do CSS, we're going to see CSS, we have a lot of other things are also there. So I will do here like width is there and equal to 300, and height is like 200. Save it. Width is like 300 and height is like 200. So I'm able to do it like this. So this is how this has been done. So, and okay, you can directly also do it. Okay, there is a site known as place img. I don't know how to take something from Google again, so this is all copyrighted, and I will do this tag, and I can give the size here. And the thing which I'm showing, that I can directly take it from the internet also, like you don't have to store it locally. Okay, so I'll do img, and source I will just copy this thing like this, and I'll paste it, and alt I'm going to do tech. I'll tech, and I'll save it, and it will show. Okay, it will show like this, it will come. Okay, so that is done. But there are and I only have width and height, but there is one thing is remaining here. Last thing, what is this alt tag all about? Alt tag I'm not able to see somewhere. Okay, source I have to give the image source, but what is this alt tag all about? Alt tag is all about if this image is somehow it is not shown, then this alt tag has been shown. If this image is not been shown somehow, so why this image will not be shown somehow? There are two reasons for that. First reason is that, which all of you have seen. See, all of us are means Geo has come right now also. Even if if you are too young, and you might have seen some networks before Geo. So when we used to see some website on a mobile, and what used to happen, image happy website is there. Sometimes suddenly the internet connection used to go away, and those website that images were not being able to load. Then what you're going to see, you will see those broken images thing, and all those things you're going to see. And there are multiple of reasons why the internet suddenly goes. Maybe you're watching you're seeing that website on a moving train, and the train enters a tunnel, and then suddenly the internet goes away. Even Geo doesn't have internet connection at that place. So that time that broken image will be shown. And if you are old in internet, you have seen broken images a lot of times. So that is one of the reason, but I cannot do that way. I cannot just close my internet connection. This stream will drop off. So there is another thing which is which is not possible a lot of times, but then also I've seen this thing happen. If the developer gives some wrong name, that can also happen, and sometimes people don't check it. So maybe I will use a S here, save it. See this broken image I've seen, and the web dev which I've written, it is been shown here. And maybe okay, here I'll write a Z which is not there, and it will show this broken tech. Okay, so like this it will be shown. This broken thing will be shown like this. So these are the two things. Okay, so now we are done with the HTML, and now we are going to start with the CSS. Just a sec. Okay, so we're going to start with CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheets, and it is the thing which adds background image. I will tell in CSS because background image are a part of the CSS, not HTML. And one more thing, CSS, I'm not going, we are just going to touch the surface. CSS detailed workshops we have many times during the whole month. Nowadays we are having 3 times in the month, so please attend on the last week of the month. Live classes, again certification classes, everything on this site are certification. Okay, so that is there. And so like this, and so here I'll go and go outside, and I've created a new folder, CSS Basics. I'm going to do CSS Basics. Now I'm going to open the VS Code, and I put this CSS here. And again, we have to need the index.html because CSS is stands for cascading style. We need a structure of the HTML, and on the top of it, we do the styling. So I'll do a index.html and yle.css style.css. I'm going to do okay, and style.css I have written. This is .css means CSS, and style.css is a common, but again you can have any name. Index, instead of index.html you can have main.html. Style.css you can have style.css, styles.css, like that. So again we have to first build this index.html. Come here, do this, and what will come here? I will show now CSS Basics, and here I will show and save it. Then I'll do a one here and CSS crash code style, right? Save it. Now I'll go live, and open it here. CSS crash course is there. So it is like again the same black and white, ugly black and white. Now I want to add some colors to it. I add some colors to it, and coloring, that thing will happen with the styling, style.css. It will happen. So, okay, so we're going to do that. And wait a sec. So this I want to style this h1. So h1 I want to style. So how I am going to do? So in CSS file, what we are going to do, we have to write the h1, and then h1 means what? H1 means it will target this h1. And then again, CSS have a lot of properties. Again, my main CSS course, you don't have to go beyond that. Okay, so main CSS course, you have to do it like that. Okay, so now I want to add the color to it. So I'll write color, and then I have to write a lot of things are there. like color names are there. So I'll write dark blue, I'll do. Okay, and so this is the property name, and this is the different kind of colors like blue and all those things we have. And I'm going to tell soon how many colors we have. And so why I have written the color spelling as wrong. CULOR is not the color spelling, because it is American English. This is not British English, which we all have learned. We all have learned British English. American English, the color is COLR, and who invented everything? Americans, not the Britishers. Everything related to technology is invented by the Americans. So this color I have done like this. Color is like dark blue. It is there, but it is not showing here. It is not showing because it is not linked. HTML and CSS are not linked. I've written both of them. Both of them are in their separate universes. Both of them are not linked. So how I have to link it? So linking of CSS happens in the head part. So I'll come to the head part, and here I'll do the link tag is there. Link CSS I'll do. Style.css I'll do. Now see, it is now a dark blue. So style here I have to write the like the style sheet and style.css I have to write. Okay, so that is there. And then okay, so let us have something more before moving forward, because I want to tell one of the very important thing, which is the what are different kind of colors are there. Okay, so I'll do h3 now, and it is a best place to learn CSS. Best place to learn CSS, right? And I'll have a p tag also. Lorem I'll do. We're going to style this soon. Okay, lorem is very small actually. Lorem maybe 60 I'll do. Because we're going to style all of these things, and we're going to learn how to style these things. Okay, so before that, we're going to learn about a very important thing here. Okay, and that is colors. CSS is all about colors. HTML is all about black and white. CSS is all about the colorful life. Okay, so that is there. And there are actually 4 ways to give color in CSS. So we'll learn about the 4 ways. The first way, which we have already seen, is the color name. So dark blue, a weird kind of color name have taken dark blue, and there are many different color names are also there, and I know a lot of them. Okay, so like there is a dark dark khaki color name. So like this color name is dark khaki is there. So where are this all these color names are coming? So these color names, actually there are 140 color names in CSS. Okay, and let us see one of them. So modern browser supports up to 140 named color, which are listed below. So this 140 named colors are there. Again, there were only 30-40 color names in CSS, but with HTML version 5, that thing is increased. So Indian red, light carol. So some of them are very good color names like salmon and all. You don't have to remember them, but I do know almost a lot of them. Deep pink and all those things. Hot pink is there. Then orange and all. Orange is there. Dark khaki, which I've just used. Lavender, trishul, chartreuse, and all these amazing color names are there. I know most of them also, because I'm using it for a long time. You don't have to buy head any one of them, because generally most of the time we are not going to use these things what we are going to use, because CSS is not about 140 colors. CSS is about billions of colors. How billions of colors, and what is the way to take the billions of colors, and those billions of colors you cannot mug them up. Okay? So those billions of colors, we take them from the color picker. So what are the color pickers? If I hover my mouse over it, also I'll get a color picker. But there are different ways to use this color picker. What are the different ways to use this color picker? We are going to see. Okay. So there are very good color pickers which are available, and one of them is this color picker, which is again from the W3C site. So like this color picker, this is a very nice color picker, and you'll see there are three different units here for the color. One is this one is this one, and one is this one. And one is the color name is also there. Color name we have already seen what is the color name. So these are the four different ways to give color. So now we'll learn about this one. This one, what is this one? This is known as hexadecimal. Hexadecimal way to show the color. Okay, but and hexadecimal way start with the hash. So why I'm saying a hexadecimal here? What is the hexadecimal? Hexadecimal is a number system. It's a number system like the number system which we generally do, which have things from 0 to 9. It has got things only from 0 to 9, and which we all follows. So there is something called hexadecimal which we have studied in class 7th in maths. So 0 to 9 is of base 10. Then binary number which the computer understands 0 and 1 is of base 2. And then there is hexadecimal number which is of base 16, which is 0 to 9 plus there are alphabet A to F. And CSS team actually choose this thing because you can represent more colors using this thing. Okay, more colors using this thing. But then also, and it starts with hash, but then it has got three parts. It has got 6 digits. Why it has got 6 digits? Because the first 2 digits represents red, next 2 represent green, and the last 2 represents blue. Why like this? Because the human eye can see only the color red, green, or blue, or a combination of it. All the colors which are made, and that there is a spectrum for that, which you can see it's actually made with a combination of red, green, and blue. Some color will be more, some color will be less. Like the hex code of red is like FF. FF is the highest number which it can have. 0000 means 00 means red is full, green and blue are not there. If I choose something light here in the red pattern, like maybe this I will choose. See, FF is still there, but there is some green and some blue are there. So this is like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this index and this body. I will choose the background color to this thing. And if I want the background color to be given like this, I have to do here. I have to do a body and I have to do a background color. I will give this one. Yes, undo. Save it. Now background color I have given this. Now I will come here back. See, now this cool pink color is there in the background. Okay, so this is how we do the hexadecimal. So similar to that, we have RGB also. RGB, of course, RGB means red, green, and blue. Same thing. We can see red, green, and blue, but here we give the numbers like numbers stands from 0 to 255. And again, you don't have to memorize all these things because this you're going to pick it from a color picker. And now I will have some blue color, and now I will have this. Maybe this one I'll have, and see this one I'm going to choose RGB. And which one I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose the H3 as color as RGB. I'm going to just save it and see this H3 is like this. Okay, so now the third way is something which generally we don't use that much, but the designers they love this thing. This is known as HSL. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and lightness. So hue means the okay. Here what happens? The hue will contain all the RGB. The combination which is there, it will contain in the hue. It uses some 3D kind of techniques. It's a complicated thing to tell this thing. S stands for saturation. Saturation means how much black is there in it. 100% saturation means a lot of black is there. And then L stands for lightness, how much white is there in it. So I'll come here and go here, and the P I'm going to do, and I will do a color. And this time I'm going to choose again a dark kind of color. So this I'll choose, and I'll choose this one is okay, and I'll choose the JSON, or maybe I'll choose this one because okay, this one I will choose. Save it. Now this red kind of color is been shown for the HSL. So this is the three kind of colors, four kind of color system which we can use here. So that is done. Now we'll learn about fonts in CSS. The fonts are very important in everything. The fonts are very important. So font, like there in the MS Word and all those things, fonts are there. Here CSS also we have a lot of fonts. Because of them the websites look so good. So we have to give something known as font family. And inside in this I'll give a Arial, Arial, comma, Helvetica and Sans Serif. I give them three fonts. First one is the main font, and the rest of them are the fallback font. I will tell why they are known as fallback font. So I'll give it this. See, something got changed also because the Arial got changed. Okay, so what is this thing? Means Arial is always okay. These are all inbuilt fonts are there. Why I have given Arial? I have given it's okay. It seems obvious that I have given Arial, and you might be seeing in MS and Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word. You can choose only one font. You don't give multiple fonts in Microsoft Office and all. You choose only one font. Okay. So what happens here? And those who have used Mac and Microsoft, they might know that when I open a Word document in a Mac doesn't have by default Microsoft Word. It has got something known as uh, Pages and all. It's a good software, but it is not completely compatible. And sometimes what happens, those fonts which are there in the Microsoft Word, that doesn't come in the Apple Pages because those fonts are not there. So that's why fonts are very much important. So the same thing can happen in the web also. So web also, I've given this Arial, Helvetica and Sans Serif. So now these are been approved by our W3C committee. Okay, W3C committee has approved them. So, but the browsers are not made by W3C committee. Chrome is made by Google. There is a Safari browser which is made by Apple. There is a Firefox which is made by Mozilla. There is a Edge which is made by whom? Which is made by Microsoft. So all of them have to implement this font families and all those things. And sometime it might happen that some font is not implemented by someone, just like the example which I have given for the Microsoft Office and the Pages. So some font maybe Safari, which is the default browser in Mac. So Safari, I give this site and I give this something like that. Safari doesn't have Arial, although it has have got. Safari doesn't have Arial. Then it will fall back to the Helvetica. If in Helvetica is also not there, then it will fall back to the Sans Serif. If Sans Serif is also not there, it will fall back to the whatever default font which Safari have. It will fall back to that. That is all about the font family. Okay, so that is there. Now there is something more which I would say. So these fonts are from like ages, like from 1995. Nowadays people don't like to use the inbuilt fonts and all. So these are all inbuilt fonts. People like to bring their own fonts or use something like a Google font. What is a Google font? Again, Google font is a free service given by our favorite Google. Google font. Google always gives us free service, and we all know what it takes. It, it takes this thing where I am. It takes this thing. It is giving me ads. I just in the morning I searched for some laptop and it is showing me ads. So Google gives us all the free thing. Instead of this, it shows us this personalized ad. You're not going to see this ad. This ad is for targeted for me only. Okay, so Google gives, so you have to give and take something. Okay, free services, and you have to give up those, and you have to show those free, they will show you the free ads. Okay, based on you. So this is the Google font, again a free service like most of them. So Google font is there, and yeah, ML and AI. So Google font is like this cool font and all, and see, this is much more better than the fonts which we have. And so I always pick some cursive font. So they're giving some good cursive. Which one I should pick? Yeah, let me pick some cursive font only. This one I'll pick. Okay, this one I'm liking good. So this one I'll pick and do this. Select this style. I'll do, and then I have to come here, and this some font is there. Someone is created, and then I have to go to this import, and then I have to copy this. Okay, this I'm copying, and this I'll do, and then I can use this font family. This font family is known as my soul, something is like that. And who makes this font? Some designers make this font. See this, how they will create how A will look, how B will look, how C will look, and then they will create this, and then they will submit to Google. Google have some processes, just like you submit Android app, you have to submit this thing, will go through the process and they will approve your thing. Okay, this is how it works. So I don't want to have this font in everything. The body font is okay, but I want to change this font family here to this thing. I think I've chosen all this thing. Only for the paragraph I'm changing it, font family. And here one more thing is there. Here the fallback fonts are very much important. Why the fallback fonts are very much important? Because although these fonts are 100%, 99% it will work, but there's 1% chance that it will not work in something like some other browser, because the thing is that this I'm taking it from the internet. And one more thing, again the same train train and tunnel example. This I'm taking it from the internet. Suddenly the internet connection goes away. Then what? Then it will fall back to the area which is inbuilt in the browser. Save it. My soul, I have saved it. The font name is quite good, my soul. So I'll go here. See this, my soul is showing like this cursive thing. My soul is cursive, but my soul is very small font. I'm not able to see anything. So how I will change the font? So I will change the font by something known as font size. Font size I will change, and font size I'll make it as 20 pixel. Now it is much more bigger and I'm able to see this thing. And pixel is what I'm going to tell soon. Font weight, I'll make it as bold, and it is a bit bolder. Okay, so in fact I think I should make it as 25. 25 is too big. 22. Okay, so that is like this. So now what else? So there is something known as line height also. Although the line height is pretty good in this form, but let us show this line height. So line height is like 1.2 rem I'm going to do. So what is the rem I had done? It has become a bit less, maybe 1.4 rem I'm going to do. So now what is this RAM? I'm taking two different units of measurement. One is the px I'm taking, one is the RAM I'm taking. So what are these two things? Actually, there are three units of measurement. One is this px, one is this RAM, one is this em, one is this m also. RAM is known as RAM, m is known as m. So what are these units of measurement? So first we'll understand about the px, and for RAM we have to change something in the code. So px means pixel, which is the most common way to give a measurement, and you can give a measurement in a lot of things. Okay, so the next attendance form will be at 5:30. Okay, so yeah, so pixel is a very common thing which most of us have heard about, the pixel word, pixel. So it is used mainly in the monitor scenario. So the more pixel a monitor have, the more better picture quality it has got have. And what is pixel actually in monitor terms? The number of dots which you can add in 1 square centimeter, it's known as a pixel, because the dots only makes the screens. See, I have a very old screen on my left hand side, and on my right hand side I have got a HD monitor. In my old screen, if I go too close, I can see those dots, small dots. But in my HD monitor, even if I go very close, cannot see those small dots. So that is the thing, that is the pixel. But in our this world, in our this css world, this pixel is a bit different, because this is not, so everybody have got a different pixel in the TV and all those TV and monitors. But what is this pixel here? The CSS team, again the W3C team, have their own TV, have their own monitor which has got a 3000 dpi connection. 3000 dpi is there. Okay, 3000 dpi is there. and in that the pixel they have taken. But in normal term, the more you increase the pixel, the more the size will increase. Okay, so now we will learn about the rem and the m. What is this rem and the m? We are going to learn about them. Okay, so for learning about the RAM and the M, you have to go back here, and here H1, S3, and P are there. Okay, so I will wrap them all in a div. In a div, I will wrap them up. So if I wrap something in something, it becomes a parent. That something in something means if I wrap this div I have wrapped it in the H1, S3, and P. It means this H1, S3, and P are the children of this div, and also this body is the parent of this div. This is also there. So div is the parent of H1, S3, and P, and H1, S3, P are the children of the div. So I'll save it. I will save it. Okay. Now I'll go here, and this div, I'll make this div as font size of 10 pixel, and this font size I'll make it as 2M. Now what? See, these two things have become small. Ignore it because that div I have given the font size something. So H1 S3 H1 S3 I have not given the font size, so it has changed it to like 10 pixel, and this is the bad behavior, and we are going to see how to fix it later on. But the main thing is that what is the EM? What is EM? Okay, EM means, see, the main parent font size which in pixel I have given, and in the this is a P is one of the children, and this I have given 2M. 2M means 2 into 10 pixel. 2M means 20 pixel. The parent pixel it will multiply. 2M is 20 pixel. 3M is 30 pixel. 4M is 40 pixel. 5M is 50 pixel. I will take a 3M. It will be like 30 pixel. So this is like this. Okay, so let it be 2M only, 20 pixel. Then what is this REM? REM is something which doesn't depends upon the parent. It depends upon the global parent, means global parent and all the thing. By default in HTML, whole of the HTML, the pixel is like is 16 pixel. That is the standard. So 16 pixel is the standard. So if I do is 2 RAM, it is 16 into 2, not 10 into 2, 16 into 2. It will not depend upon this. Do it. So this RAM is a bit bigger. So this is between RAM and M. And one more thing, I'm going to actually comment this out because this is placing a bit problem with this, and I'll do it to save it. But 2 RAM is also very much big, so let us change it. Let us have it in RAM only. So I will have it is 1.6 maybe 1.6, and this is okay. So this is like this. We have done this. Now the next thing which we are going to learn is the classes and ID. We already seen that div I have given like this, so it was causing some issue. So in bigger projects, what happened? You never give like something like H1, H3, div, P directly, because as I've told, in bigger project, 10 people works in one project. So when 10 people works in one project, everyone is trying to give the H1, H3, P and all those things. See, then what will happen? CSS is actually global. So suppose I have a style.css, I have a main.css, something like that, and I gave H1 some color dark khaki, and some other developer gave the H1 the color as a dark magenta. So that will override each other, and that will break a lot of that, causes a lot of chaos in big project, which I've seen because I was an architect. I've seen those chaoses. So those chaoses are there, and you don't have to do those. You don't need those chaoses and all. Okay, so now what will happen? We have something known as classes and IDs, and those are used to uniquely identify anything, and those are something which you give a lot, and you can use any one of them. There is little difference in that. Okay, in classes and IDs. So I'll go here, and in this div only I'll give a class equal to container. Class equal to container. Okay. Spelling is wrong. It should be class equal to container. And this class I've written it here, but I can write it in H1, S3, P, anywhere. And this can be any name. Class is the keyword, but this can be any name. Save it. I'll go to this container now, and maybe I will have this. So have a like background color as light, or lemon chiffon is something cool is there. Lemon chiffon, this kind of color is there. So this will be applying in the whole container, and then I will have another thing like padding. So padding is something which is around all of this element. So I'm giving this div, so it will be around this div. Padding is some space around it. Maybe I'll make it as 10 pixel. I'll do save it, so it will have something like this. So this is how we can do this classes. And classes are something which we can give multiple times. So there is a difference between classes and IDs. And what is the difference? The difference is that we can give classes multiple times. How? I will again copy this thing, paste it, and this h1 I will actually divide it, and this one I'll make it a bit smaller. Save it. Now see, it is coming here. Maybe I will add a br here. So classes are something which you can use multiple types. This container class I can use. This name I can use hundreds and thousands of times also, or I can use one time also. Now the IDs are a bit different. The IDs are something which I can use only once. I can use only once. Maybe this second paragraph I want to show it in a different style. So I'll do ID equal to second P, and I can give the any name here. So I have given the second P here. So now I will come here and I want to give the ID. And one more thing I forgot to tell, classes are with dot, IDs are with hash. So I'll do a ID of hash second P, and I want to change the style for the second P. I don't want this fancy thing to be there. So first thing, let me do, I will copy this all. I'll do this. I don't want this fancy font. I want the normal font. So I have to do this. HSL, I will change this. Okay, I will change the SSL from here also. I'll change it from here also. So I will come here and maybe this green kind of things I'll do. Maybe this thing I'll do like this. Okay, and then this one I will make it as 4. This one I'll make it as 1, and this one I'll make it as normal. I'll do and save it. See, it has become the normal 1.2. I'll make it will become like this normal. Okay, so this is the IDs. This is the IDs are there. Okay, so now the next thing which we are going to learn is we are going to style a form. Actually, we are going to style a form. Okay, so let us style a form. Okay, so let us have a form quickly. Let us have a form, and then we'll style it. And again, we have done come a bit down, so I will do a br and hr, br and hr, and whatever. And let us quickly have a form. And from now onwards, we'll have a lot of class name. Okay, so I will have a form. I'll have like this, and then class of my dash form, and div I'll have, and class of form group. So I will have this name so that I can target it, because the main thing here is to beautify the form. Okay, main thing is here. Now I'll have a label. I'll have a name here like this, and again I will have a input type is text, name equal to name, let us have the email, type is text, and name is email. Then we'll have a text area also. This will be message message, and this will be text area, and name will be message. and this will end also like this. And then I will have a input type submit and class equal to button and value equal to submit. I'm going to do save it, and we'll have this ugly form again. So now we are going to beautify it, because the main thing is we have but we have a div, so it is coming in the next line, but we are going to beautify it with your CSS. So let us do that. Okay, so here I'll come and do a first. I'm going to choose this my form and dot and form, and padding is like 20 pixel. Padding is like 20 pixel. So what is this padding? Again, I've told padding is something which is around the thing, which is all way around something, which is known as padding. And if you want to learn more about padding, it is there in a detailed CSS workshop, which is a 5-day workshop, which we generally do 2-3 times during the whole month. It's already done 2 times live on this channel, and it is Monday to Friday, either at 8:30 p.m. IST or at 3 p.m. IST. And we are going to have it again on the 4th week of this month. So that is there. Padding now is 20 pixels, so see some padding is there. Then what I'm going to do, I want some space here. So this space we have given with the BR earlier, break row, but we are going to do with this padding, so padding only. And I want to select this form group. I can select it directly with dot form group. I can select it directly with this dot form group, but I will select it with dot my form and dot form. You can select something like this also. What is the benefit of it? See, it is mostly possible if a developer is working, they will use this form group class a lot of time, but they can have 10-15 forms on their project also. This is my form, there can be some dynamic form or all those things. So that's why my form group, I'm targeting only this thing. So I'll do this thing, and then I'll do a padding. Like this padding is there. So padding, there is another property known as padding bottom, which will only give the padding in the bottom, and I will give it 10 pixel. I'll give, save it. A bit of padding bottom has been done. All right, looking good. Now the next thing which I have to do is this. See, this label and input are coming on the same line. Label and input are coming on the same line because both of them are inline element. Okay, both of them are inline element. Now I want them in a different line. So in CSS, CSS is actually very powerful. An inline element, I can change that inline element to a block level element. How I will do that? So I will select this label, and this again I'll do this my form label. I'll do, and I'll choose it as display as block. I'll do display as block. I'll do save it, display as block. I'll do, it is coming the next time. So this made it as display as block. So that is there. And now what the things which are remaining is this name, email, and message. So if I type something here, see what is happening, it is very close. So here also we use the padding to have some space around it, padding some space around. And I one more thing, I want it to be, this string to be extending till the end it should go. So for that I have to choose the input box and the text area. How to choose it? Let us have some common classes there to choose it. So I will have a class equal to anything like input type. Is input type. 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 And got my form dot input type is there, and first thing I'll do a padding as 8 pixel. I'll do save it. See, now the padding is there. So now you write anything, the space is there. The next thing which I'm going to do is the width as 100%. I'll do, it will go till the end. So it is looking very good. So all of these things is looking very good, except there is one thing which is remaining here, which is this button is still looking the like bland. It is like looking that how the normal we don't give any style, so it will look like this. So I want to make this button very beautiful. So how I am going to make this button very beautiful? It's like I have to select it like this. I'm going to select it, dot button I'm going to do. And first thing is that I will give some padding here. Okay, so padding is like maybe 10 pixel I'll do. So what will happen? A bit of padding is the top down all the way around the padding has been done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to see the borders always look very bad in a button. So I'll do a border. So border, there is a property known as border, which I'll make it as none. So the border will be gone. But now even I'm not able to see it. So let me change the background BROUND color as dark blue. Now the text I'm not able to see. So I will have to make the color as maybe this one is also good. This is a white kind of a color. So it will show like this. Okay. Now let us make this a bit more beautiful. Like there is a property known as text transform. Uppercase I'll do. So this submit is everything will be uppercase. Then this edges I'm not liking this edges. Generally the button have got the don't have this sharp edges. This have it has got some very nice edges. So I will do this border radius as 5 px. I'm going to do save it. So this border will be created like this border radius will be created like this. So this is done. Okay, border radius is done like this. So our button is looking very beautiful. The only thing which is missing in a button, you might when you might have used some button, you go there in the button and you hover your mouse over it, it changes to a hand, and sometimes the color also changes. So that is done with the hover property, and that is a pseudo property. So I'll do a button here, and I will do a cursor pointer and background color as dark magenta. So I'll do this thing, not button. I have to do a button and hover property I do. So save it. Now what will happen? I'll go here. The moment I take my mouse over here, change it to a dark magenta, and this hand is also been changed. So this is how it works. Okay, that is done. And I have told someone that I will do the images thing also, like the background images thing, and that will be the last thing. But one thing I'm going to tell, see, this is not in this is just I'm touching the surface. And css takes around 5 hours to teach, and we have that 5 hours course on our YouTube channel only. Means we have already done 2 live classes. Again, one more live class is going to happen. If you want to see the recorded class, you can go back to the YouTube channel and check the playlist for the CSS playlist. You can check. I have taken once, and our another teacher Mosam have also taken once, so you can see that thing. Okay, so that is there. Now what we are going to do, we are going to learn quickly about the images. Okay, background images we are going to learn. Okay, so this background images I'm going to take it inside a box actually. So let me have a div dot image box, and let me have some. So it's the background image, so it should have some actual CSS image. I'll have okay. So CSS image, something has been shown like this. Now this image box, let us have some width and height and all those things to it. We can have those things. Okay, so I will have come here and dot image box, and I can have a width I can have like 800 pixel, and then I can have a height of 500 pixel, and width and height I have given, but nothing will be shown because I need to have a border. So border we have done none, but we can give border also. Border 1 px solid black. It means means the 1px border all the way around will be created. So like this, a border will be created. And now we are going to add some image here. So for adding the image, I again have to get some image from here. It's good it is opened. So I'll come here, and what I'm going to do, see, I am going to download a small image. One thing to understand is that the width is like 800 by 500. I'm downloading an image which is 600 by 426. I'm downloading it. So again, I'll come here and write the new folder as images. The attendance form will be given at 5:30. So reveal in Finder, I'll do images. I'll go. No, I have not given. So this unsplash I'll do, and this will be like this. Attendance will be given in another 5-10 minutes. So session will be over in the next 15-20 minutes. Okay, so this image box, so this I'm going to have a background image here, background. So background image is again a property. So background image you can take, and I can take give something as a URL I'm going to give, and then this the image which we have sent, we have saved images, and unsplash.jpg, splash.jpg I've done. So background image I've given like this. Okay, then I'll save it. So now the background image has been shown, but the background image is repeating itself because it was a small image and the width and height are like more, so it is repeating itself. So how to fix this issue? It is repeating itself because there is a property known as background repeat, which is by default it is repeat. So we'll change that background property like background repeat as no repeat at. Now our issue is we are having more issues. Now this background repeat is not been done. So now see, now this empty space has been left. Now what will happen? Now we have another property known as background size as cover. This is a very important property. With that, what happened? It will cover the whole of the box. See, with this 3 property, you can achieve a lot of things like the image pixelation and all those things will come. You can have a small image fit in a bigger size. You can have a big image fit in a smaller size. With these 3 property, these 3 property are very good in making the image. And trust me, when you are just learning this, your estimates, images are one of the biggest pain point on any website you make. So it will not fit or something. So just try to give it through here only, like this background images, and it will be very easy to be done. Okay, so now we are done with CSS also, and we have very less time remaining for your JavaScript, but we are going to do a bit of JavaScript also. Again, I have this long term 5 hours classes. I have recently completed JavaScript also. I will tell the playlist also. Okay. Second. So before starting with JavaScript, let me give the attendance form. So this is the second attendance form. Please fill the second attendance form here. So that is there. And JavaScript is again a very big thing. It takes around 5 to 6 hours to teach, and I'm going to teach it only in 10-15 minutes. So I cannot teach much, and I can teach also the starting and all of it. It's running out of time. So what I'm going to teach now, see, in this CSS only I'm going to teach JavaScript. JavaScript generally the first 2 classes I teach the basics. I don't even touch the projects and all in JavaScript. Okay, in the first 2 classes, if you go and see my playlist, which I'm going to give soon, you're going to see what I teach. But what I wanted to do right now, this form is there. One of the main uses of JavaScript is to be used in a form. So this form is there, and one of the main thing is that to get whatever the user enters here, and when they clicks on the submit button, it should be sent to the backend, or I should get hold of it, the front end engineer, so that I can send it to the backend. So backend code we are not going to do now. That is again be very complicated to do. So we are now just going to see how to add some functionality in this form. Okay. So for that, and one announcement I need to do, we are soon going to have a whole day of web development done. Whole day of web development. I'll teach everything. We'll teach everything from HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Whole day, 9 to 6. It might happen on the last week of this month. 9 to 6, complete live stream. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We're going to teach everything. Okay, so that is there. You'll get a certificate on the mail. You'll get your certificate on the mail, but it will take some time because at least 50-60 certificates we need to generate. Okay. So now we'll add the functionalities here. So let us add that thing. So to add the functionality here, so we are going to update it a bit. Projects will not be covered in the full day workshop. The projects we are going to have projects as separately. So next week there will be projects will be done. The full day workshop also will not have the projects. It will only have the HTML, CSS and JavaScript completely from start to end. Everything will be there. So in one day you're going to learn everything. Okay, so that will be there in the full day workshop. Projects we don't have time to explain. Projects we have some other week. Okay. So the thing is that we want to see how JavaScript works. First thing is that we have to include JavaScript in the project, and we always include JavaScript at the end. So script, I'm going to do src, and it will be main.js. I'm going to do save it, and I have to create this main.js file now. And then in this main.js, we have to target some of the things. Okay, so one more, let us put some things here like this. I will have a id equal to name, because generally we target something with the id only, because every id should be different. Id equal to email, and id equal to maybe message. Okay, this is there. And one more thing is that we are going to have a empty ul also. Empty, I'm going to tell why this empty ul is there. Id equal to users, I'm going to have. So these things are there. So now first thing is that in anything like this, I have to select all the things here. Okay, so this first thing I'm going to select this form. So how I'm going to select this one, because we need to have a on submit handler here. So I'll have a const my form. So all these things, don't worry about these things, what are they, you are going to learn about them in the detailed class. And the detailed class, as I've told, uh, last week of this month we are going to have this detailed class, which is on the 38th of this month, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or whatever. If you complete it early, then by 5 p.m. and attendance will of course be taken not 2 times but 3-4 times it will take. We are not yet decided. So my form is document.query selector. Document.query selector is what? Document.query selector is like, you can select something like this, and I will select this form. It will not be hash. For classes we take it as dot my form. I'm going to select. Now I have to select the name input, email input and text input. So const name input is like not dot name, because I have taken the IDs here. So I have to document query selector. I'm going to select this hash, then const email input is email, const msc input equal to not msc, because I have given it the name as message, and I will have this users also selected. So const user list equal to document.query selector. It is not, it is what, it is users, it is hash users, hash users. Yeah, we'll have the JS from starting to L. And if you want to learn JS now, so I generally just actually have completed this thing. We have just completed this thing. If you go here in this, so this is, please do like and subscribe, and this is our mission, and we are going to complete this mission. We already made a lot of people uh, very good web. They've started in the startup industry by following this. So see, this JavaScript I already done, completed. This Friday was the last day, and maybe I'll give the playlist here. So if someone of you wanted to do this thing, you can check this playlist. Yes, playlist. Check this playlist. Everything is there from Java starting till end. It is there. Okay, so that is there, and I've selected everything. Now in JavaScript, what happens? We have some event listeners. We can means event listeners are something which works in the background and listen for some events. And here the event is what? Here the event is when someone submits, when someone clicks on this button, I want to hear for that event. Okay, so this event is known as listen for form submit, and this will be this my form dot add event listener submit. Submit event listener happens whenever some of the users coming and they will click on this submit button. This submit event listener will happen, and then this is it will call a function. So what is a function? Please do attend that complete JavaScript thing. Complete JavaScript thing. You'll see what is a function. Yes, it's very different. Function are like small pieces of your fragments of the code which are used in a functional programming language like JavaScript. Okay, so function on submit e, and then we have to do a something known as e fast for non-code. Yeah, it is very fast for non-coders. As I've told, the only thing which is important today was HTML. CSS also, CSS is not possible in 1 hour. Okay, CSS is not possible in 1 hour. CSS is, again, it requires more than 5-6 hours, and we already completed CSS 2 times on our site, on our YouTube, and we are going to we are going to have another live session for CSS. CSS takes 5 hours, JavaScript takes 5 hours, and HTML takes 1 hour. So it is 5, 5, 10, 10, 15 hours it takes to teach everything. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, 15 hours it takes. So do attend those things, and you're going to learn from that. Okay, and anyways, I'm telling JavaScript, which I'm telling this is a bit complicated because I'm directly taking you all to day 3. So this is day 3 stuff in JavaScript which I'm telling. Day 1 and day 2 have a script because we don't have time. Okay, so this is only to give you a taste of JavaScript. So e dot prevent default we have to do. E dot prevent default we generally do in JavaScript because, as I've told, what happens whenever we click the submit button, what it does, it refreshes everything. I don't want that refresh to happen, so I'll do the e dot prevent default. And then if I do a console dot log of name input dot value, so see this name what is this console dot log is again something which the developers uses. If I go to this inspect and go to this console, if I enter something in this name and if I submit it, name Navendu Vishwas is coming. So name input dot value will come. The name input dot value will come, and it will show, it will give whatever the user enters. So now what we are going to do, so we know how it will come. Okay, okay, Mosam, can you please give the WhatsApp link, and because we are going to close in another 5-10 minutes. So this is there, and now what I want actually, whatever the user enters, I want to show after this submit. In most scenario, you actually send it to the backend, but I don't want to do that. I want to show it there. And how I will show it here, there is a UL known as users. I will add as those users, I'll add as an ally here. So if I do it like this, and I will do like const li. See, JavaScript is even more powerful. I can create some element also, like document.create element li. Then I'll do the li dot append child. li dot append child I'll do, and here I have to do a document dot create text node. Inside the li, I have to create a text node. Name input dot value, input dot value, and email input dot value, and message input dot value I have to do. And then this user list I will show in the console. What does that I mean? User input dot append child, this I'll do, save it. So now I will go here also, element, and element, you see this, I can see all the HTML code in the console actually. So that is something is there. UL of ID users is there. UL of ID users is the empty thing is there. Now I will enter something here. This is a message. I'll press the submit. First thing is that this is coming here in the UL. It is coming whatever I entered. How it is coming? So it will go inside this on submit, because it is waiting for that on submit to happen. It is waiting for that to happen. When I click on the submit, this function will run, and this will first, it will create a li, create element. Then it will inside this I have this document dot create text node. Inside it, whatever the user has input in the name input dot value, email input dot value, and message input dot value, it will take it and it will add it in a text node, and then it will add it inside this li, and this li I am putting it in the user list. So this is how it works. But there is one more thing which I should do it here. See, whenever I submit here, the old thing is still there. This is not a good user experience. We should remove this old thing. So I'll do a name input or value is the empty string, email input or value is the empty string, and message input or value is the empty string. I'll do save it, and now it will come like this, and now I'll come here, and now this is this. See, this has gone. So now I can again do a it will come like this. So this is how it works, and this is a bit about the HTML. Although we have not JavaScript, although we have not touched anything about JavaScript, very less, but this is how the JavaScript programming is done for the DOM. It is also known as DOM programming. So hope you all like this what we have done. So please do like and subscribe if you're not done. We are on a mission to have 10,000 people becoming a web app developer by following our channel. We are on a mission. Already we have created a lot of web app developers just by following our YouTube channel. Okay, so we are on a mission. TWD is on a mission, and we generally have 2 live streams every day, Monday to Friday, and Saturdays we have this live stream for absolute beginners. And generally first week of the month we have CSS, second week is JavaScript, and third week is React, fourth week is something else. So these 3 weeks are very important, and beside that we are now also repeating a lot of stuff, because a lot of people want to learn CSS. So CSS is repeated 2 times, and maybe in the future we are going to repeat JavaScript also 2 times, and React, maybe the React also 2 times we are going to React. But these are the 3 things: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React will get you a job. Nothing else is required to get a job. And we are soon going to have projects also, because all of you people are asking for projects, and projects also you'll get certificate, but in a different way. Next week we are going to do a lot of front-end mentor projects at 3 p.m. Front-end mentor projects we are going to do, and it won't have any assignment or not. I don't want to. I would just don't want to give certificates to everyone who comes and see those projects. No, not like that. You have to see those projects, and you have to create those projects. You have your ample time. We'll give a Google form there, create those projects, send us a GitHub link. If you don't know how to create a GitHub link, please do see some YouTube videos and create a GitHub link. Send us that GitHub link on the Google form, and we'll check it out, and then we'll give you the certificate. Then we give it, you complete the challenge like that. So we are going to create some 5 projects in 5 days. You complete the challenge, complete those 5 projects, because I want your GitHub profile to be created. I want those projects to go to your GitHub profile. I want those projects to go to your LinkedIn site, LinkedIn profile. I want you to show those projects, because that is how you will get a job. See, just learning the theory will not get a job, but yeah, you have to learn the theory, then you have to create a lot of projects. That is the only way to get a job for a non-IT professional. See, learning things, creating thing, posting it on LinkedIn, GitHub and creating GitHub link, posting it on LinkedIn. That is the only way to get a job. All the people who I know who got a job like that. And I promise you, I will promote you if you are going to put them on LinkedIn. I'm going to promote you. Put them on LinkedIn, tag me, I will going to tag you back. Okay, so that is there, and with this we will end today's stream. And thank you all for attending. And as I've told, means those who have filled the attendance form, they will get by, I think, by 11 p.m. today only. They will get the certificate on their mail. Okay, thank you all, and I'll see you all on Monday at 8:30, first at 3 p.m., then at 8:30 p.m. Okay, thank you.